Hi, Internet. Whoops.
Hi, Internet.
There was a recap. It was really good for everybody in the room. I forgot to play it for you all, but it was good.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you gonna play it again?
Nope.
Oh wow.
You were here last time. Oh wait, never mind.
Anyway, what happened last time on this episode of Evrand was the party had some plans, some good ones, some bad ones, and I went with the old standby of Fireball. They took out all the orcs that were capturing a bunch of elves. They learned from those elves, their leader Leah, that they didn't meet at the rendezvous point where they were supposed to meet with the prophetess, one of those Selune Druids, and they learned from a prophetess that the fate of the forest is basically going to be decided tomorrow night at the full moon. Makes sense with Malar, the god of the hunt, being behind all this. They also got a little bit more information about the local region. They learned a little bit about Trellberg. They learned a little bit about Broskin.
And, you guys don't know, the party now really wants to go to both Trellberg and Broskin.
Okay.
Yep.
Everybody thought it was a great idea.
They seem awesome.
Yeah, the whole party, because Sean and Selene played everybody last time, decided that they thought it was a good idea.
We all agreed.
So that's where we're going.
Man.
That's where we're meeting the elves? Yep.
That's a good idea. No. So we all agree.
Yeah, definitely. Trailberg sounds amazing.
Way than me, man.
Like
Well, it really depends on who the leader is someday, whether they want to. As per our system.
Oh, that's a good point. And then sleight of hand. Oh, look, I'm the leader today.
Oh, well, let's go to Trailberg.
Anyway, so
All right.
so the party. That's
Get the caricature down.
So that's
leaders. Is that a thing?
no. It's the
That's my
same day
impression
as
of Pat's
as
impression
yesterday.
of Rick.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
So that happened, and I don't think too much else
No, that's pretty much it.
went down. So yeah. Oh, and
That was your
Harrison
moment to convince him to give you the Helm of Intelligence.
It's true.
and Harrison is basically has rejoined the party at their request, and he took a lot of damage for the party, and lessons were learned. That's basically the outcome of that. Was maybe don't run in by yourself in the front. That may not end well for you.
I never learned that lesson.
Well, you did last time.
Yeah.
You learned that lesson last time.
Yeah.
He had his Stegosaurus's movement, so there was a full 2 turns of him taking all of the hits because you guys weren't fast enough to get there.
Aha.
It was brutal.
It's a dangerous game.
Yeah.
We were up in the trees.
Yeah,
We were fine.
I did okay.
So yeah, that's what happened last time.
Just jump in.
What also I should say is this episode is sponsored by the good folks at Hero Forge. They make cool custom minis, or they don't make them. You make them yourself with their cool Hero Forge custom character creator. And they recently completed their epically successful $3 million plus Kickstarter for color minis, which are really cool. More to come from those folks and us in the future. So we'll see what happens. So that's that. So we resume with the party having, I think you guys took a short rest, after all that. You got all the information that you wanted to get.
Rest.
Did you take a long rest?
We did a long rest
We
and then
camped.
traveled the next day. So we're
Yeah.
like outside of the Cavern of Dreams now.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have to deal with any of that shit today.
Yeah.
That's right. So, before you guys, when I describe what's going on there and you guys delve into the cavern itself, is there anything else anybody wants clarification on, specifically the folks that weren't here last time, or anything you guys have questions about, things like that?
What kind of enemies can we expect inside the cavern? Is there like a specific type?
Do you guys remember?
That is not a question we asked.
Okay, cool.
Oz just...
Cavern?
Oh, that's a good one.
What was it?
How big?
Well, you guys don't know because no one had been. They'd never gone inside the cavern because that wasn't Leah and her group that wasn't something that was in their, like, what they could do.
Okay.
That's like outside of they're not in that religion in that respect, so they could not do that.
How do we stop Malar?
We enter the Cave of Dreams.
Yeah, we gotta go in there.
Okay,
And that is where the fate of Selune will be decided.
People go in
We
there
just-
to get like visions and things.
Don't be a coward,
And then
Brick.
people haven't been coming out, so we gotta go figure out what's going on there.
But yeah, there's nothing cowardly about gathering information. It's just simply well prepared is halfway there.
Oh, you're right.
They say 90% of the game is half mental.
What game,
Yep.
man?
Game of life, bruh.
Oh.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Do I detect any magic, man?
Coming. Okay, so are we?
Are we in now?
We ahead. We're good. Everybody's in a good headspace to try to delve into this scenario. Are we? Is that where we're at right now?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think.
Any pre?
Jake's freaking me out with all his head movements, but
All
that's
right.
it.
Yeah.
You stand atop a large hill
Are you being
in the
recorded?
center
I
of
got
a broad, treeless marsh. Thin, wispy mist rise from the depths of a 10-foot wide hole at its crest. This steep mud-walled tunnel is the entrance to the Cavern of Dreams.
Oh.
So that is the entrance. You can't see in. It's not like a big cave where you can walk in.
Yeah.
It's like a hole and you
pit.
gotta go
Yeah.
Is there any light?
in. Well, right now it's daytime.
Is there any light in there?
What?
magic
I mean,
coming from
are you gonna go up and look?
I guess somebody's got to go up and look.
Well,
right?
this is all. I mean, right now I'm telling you, you can see it.
Yeah.
It's a hill in front of you with a hole in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
How
Is
do
that, is that
There's
a
no
volcano?
light coming out of the hole that I.
Oh no, not like shining up out of it. No.
How
Okay,
deep is
cool.
the
That's what
marsh?
I was
Wait, so it's a hill, and at the top of the hill there's the hole. It's not like a pit with a hole at the bottom?
Nope.
So it's more like a volcano.
The hole's
Sort
at the
of.
top of
That's
the
like
If
a
that
cavern.
helps you understand, yeah,
Just-
volcano.
Wildfire.
The
The hole's at the
Volcanoes
bottom,
understand.
not at the bottom in the marsh.
Wildfire understands
Scroll all
volcanoes
around?
very well, sir.
Wait, what? There's so many things. Jake, go ahead.
I said, does the green grass grow all around? Does the green grass grow all around?
Yes.
There's a hole in the ground.
Yes, there is, and there may be things inside, but you'll have to find out.
Before we close the distance, Oz is going to check to see if anything here is an illusion.
Okay.
Is there any magic?
+3 for guidance.
Plus 3 for guidance. That's going to be a 16 investigation to see if there
Plus 4.
is magic. 17.
You don't think,
Or and if anything is an illusion, sorry.
you don't think that anything is an illusion out here. It looks just like a marsh with a hill and a hole in it.
All right.
Green grass grows all around,
Oh,
all
God,
around.
he just made that joke.
I know.
God damn.
I was bringing it back out. I feel like it's funnier the more you repeat.
It's not. Let's go. Let's lead the way, guys.
Who's the leader today?
Oh, it's a new day.
Is it?
Did you decide what order we were in?
It's always the same. It's
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
And there's a 1. Waves later.
oh, gee.
boy.
Far out. Follow me. And I start to move towards the edge of the
hole? Okay. You move to the edge of the hole.
I follow.
What do I see
Oh,
into the hole?
You have no dark vision, so a hole.
wait.
I light a torch.
Question.
Yes.
Can I create bonfire in the hole and just see it drop?
I believe you have to create bonfire on a surface.
So can I light that torch and then drop it in?
Sure. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. You drop a torch down into the hole.
Down, ground.
How many seconds does it take to get to the bottom? Do I even know that as wave? Maybe.
Do we see it hit
I'll say
bottom?
you guys see it hit bottom.
Is
You
it
get
at
the
least
feeling.
60 feet away?
You think it's probably about 15 feet from where you guys are to the bottom of the floor, because it's kind of domed up, right?
Oh, okay.
Definitely create bonfire down there.
Well,
Not that we would want to because we have to get on top of it. But if we wanted to try to see.
so you can also see that there is mist roiling through the floor down here, and it's kind of like obscuring. Like, so your torch is still lit. You can get the feeling that it's probably just from the mist. There's probably moisture. It's a dark, wet cave, so probably moss or mushrooms or that kind of a thing. And it has that kind of musty smell of sort of an underground
Okay.
area.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Can you walk down?
See what's up.
Yeah, I could walk down. I could also do this, and I'm going to shoot my harpoon into the ground. Boom, at the bottom of the hole, and I'm going to suck my body in there.
Okay, Rick just
Fun.
goes right inside.
I'll drop down.
That's one way to do it.
Okay, so
I will wait to make sure they're okay.
Agreed.
you two.
I pick up the torch.
We need an escape route in case, things are bad.
That's my name, Escape Route.
I can escape the same way.
Rick, just harpoon me out, man.
Yep, okay. Everybody needs a harpoon buddy.
Yeah. Thin clouds of fog waft through this dome-shaped room. At its center is a slightly raised pallet reminiscent of a bed, made of soft turf and moss. Directly above the pallet is a metallic disc resembling a silver waxing moon. Inlaid in the stone-tiled floor are 7 stylized star mosaics made from mirror shards and polished silver. The moon and stars glow dimly in the light down here. Ensconced in the earthen wall is a carved rectangular stone plaque depicting a figure with eyes closed laying on the moss bed while others stand on the surrounding star mosaics. Words in a strange language accompany this diagram. Though hard to discern in the dim light, an unusual black handprint resembling the holy symbol of Malar mars the stone plaque.
Oh. Do we...
You guys are up top.
Yeah. What's going on down there?
Check this out.
Okay. And I jump in.
Damn,
Okay, you guys jump in. Nobody takes any damage, you're down there.
All right.
Can we tell what kind of language it is?
None of you can speak this language.
Okay.
Positive.
I'm positive none of us could speak this
And
language.
any of our companions?
One could warn a guess that in a grove of a druid circle, this
Oh,
might
it's
be
probably Druidic.
the elusive
Right,
language
right,
of
right,
Druidic
right.
that only druids can speak.
Yeah, that
It's
works.
reasonable.
One might assume that this could be the elusive language Druidic, which only Druids can speak.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thought.
Rick, you're so smart now.
It's been a blessing from the gods above.
Is there magic?
Oh, are you detecting magic?
Sure.
Yeah, there is
Oh, we're
this
sitting up top.
this whole area is kind of faintly magical. There's magic around here. It doesn't seem like anything is actively happening, like actively working at the moment. Like there is magic in this place, but something needs to happen to be the catalyst to get it going.
I interpret, based on that one image over there on the wall, with the person who seems to be eyes closed on this pallet, which seems to be in the center of this room. Now, one of us probably needs to go to sleep on that pallet, while the others of us are standing on these star circles.
What?
Oh,
Well,
the handprint that's on the plaque, is it like something on it? Like if I tried to like prestidigitate it, would it come off?
You could try.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, it comes off.
Dust it off a little bit. Take it.
Christ is averted.
There you
Jackass,
go,
let's go.
Selene. Listen, I am restoring respect and honor to this sacred shrine. All right?
I mean,
Oh, no, yeah, totally.
I don't think he was disparaging what you did.
All right.
It was
Sean didn't say that.
It
It
was
was
Jake.
I'm conditioned.
Sorry, yeah. No one was saying that was a bad idea. He was making a joke about how we're in a scary situation, and he was using levity to make it better. Like, oh, we're done. Let's go home. That's how I interpreted it. Rick, am I wrong?
Yeah, didn't we do that before we rescued those elves?
Oh, we do so many things together. So,
Wasn't one of our plans run away?
Yeah. Most
Yeah.
of the time.
I love that plan.
Yeah, it was
So who wants
a plan, though, to cause levity, like I tried to here. Now that I've explained the levity, it's no longer leviting.
Ooh!
Yes.
Okay, so I'm assuming the person who goes to sleep, like something's gonna happen in their brain.
Okay.
I have a chameleon that says my dreams.
Well, fuck.
So I should be the one to go to sleep so you guys can hear what's going on.
I also posit that perhaps if we are standing on these platforms when you fall asleep, we will also be transported.
Either way.
I
Doesn't
mean,
hurt.
Brains.
Yeah, we could give that a shot. I mean, my interpretation was that the moonlight would shine down on the pallet and do something, but like we could try both at the same time.
Well, there's nothing to stop us from taking a nap. Is Harrison here?
Yeah, he's here.
Is it dark outside?
You guys just traveled here this morning, so no, let's light it.
Oh, I didn't know if we had to travel a full day or not.
No, I said we'd be here in the morning.
Okay.
Shit, what was I about to say? I had a thought.
Or no,
Oh!
you got here right as the sun was starting. I forget. Sorry.
I
think
thought we
we
had to
traveled
travel a
during the
full
day.
day and we got here
Yeah,
at
so
sunset.
it's in the evening. We'll say it's not sunset yet. It's
Okay.
going to be.
Are there any other doors leading out of this chamber?
No.
Okay.
Can you describe what's down here again one more time, like the picture?
Do you want to like harpoon up a rope, climb up just in case? In the
So you
meantime?
have a pallet in the center, a metallic disc resembling a
Cool.
waxing moon, and laid in the floor are stars that are mirror and silver. They kind of glow faintly in this room. Ensconced in the wall is a carved rectangular stone plaque depicting a figure with eyes closed, laying on the moss-covered bed, while others stand on the star mosaics. And then there's the words in a strange language that you can't read.
Okay.
And then there was the handprint that you removed.
All right. So yeah, I think Rick's plan is best. What do you think, Leader Wave?
I want to know more about the star mosaics on the floor. Are they're different? Are they the same?
They seem to be the same.
Okay. Yeah, stand on the pillars.
I climbed to the top of the hole and I put a piton at the very top over the edge. Then I just bring a rope down so you guys can climb out later if necessary.
Thanks.
Thanks, Wave. Not Wave, you're Wave Freak.
Harrison.
Yeah.
Will Garby be okay outside?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
All right. Cool.
He's pretty tough.
How many star mosaics are there?
7.
Oh yeah. Cool. Shall we?
In the picture, does each of the stars have someone on them?
It has people on it.
Or like, are there some stars that don't have people? Like, is it like the number of people equal to the number of stars?
Let's say there's not, because this is going to take forever if I go the other way. There's not somebody on every single mosaic. There are people on some. There are some that are open.
Okay.
Because we're like, why are we going to find 3 other people?
No.
Crap.
We got Hamish, we got Bird, we got Owl,
We got Nibbles.
we got Nibbles.
No, I think I left Nibbles behind to learn how to read.
That's right.
Oh, and Gorm is back at the tower, right?
Yeah. We left Gorm at the tower.
Yeah, but either way, there's 5 of us. We have more than 7.
Yeah. So let's. Well. Yeah.
I want to magically transform.
Wait,
some-
Wildfire, you're going to sleep, right?
Some ritual.
Yes.
Alright, cool. I say let's do it.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. So you lay down. You guys all stand on the star mosaics.
Mm-hmm. Tell Harrison to stand on one too.
He does. So basically, as this happens, you fall asleep, and I'll get to what you see in a second. You all see that mist in the room begins to like whip up, and it basically forms shapes. And essentially, for the purposes of explaining this to all of you, you guys are basically getting a projection of everything that she's going to see in the dream. She experiences it as though she's in the dream. You get it played out in front of you.
Okay. Cool.
And narrated by the chameleon. Maybe.
Sure. You can also hear the people speak.
Okay.
Yeah. So, standing atop a rocky outcropping, a young girl holds the hand of a silver-cloaked woman. Yaurel, the girl says, will we be safe in these woods? Nodding confidently, the woman smiles, stroking the girl's auburn hair. Celesta, my dear, you are the chosen prophet of Selune. You are protected by Twilight Sparkle, the guardian of these woods. None shall harm you. Turning from the old woman, Celesta tilts her head. A look of confusion and concern creeps across her countenance. Her eyes meet yours as she points towards you and asks, will she be safe? The girl and the woman disappear. You feel a dark presence behind you. A strange female voice, bitter with mockery, cries out your name. Sorrow, sorrow, you are mine. You are suddenly aware of a grim, vine-covered structure squatting in the nearby marsh. A misty path leads towards its entrance. The female voice grows louder from within the yawning doorway. A malignant presence draws near from within. Your heart pounds in your ears. What do you do? Fight or flee?
Fight!
Okay, I would like everybody to make a wisdom check. What do each of you do? She makes her choice. What do you do?
I try and enter.
No, well, yeah, fight or flee. Those are your options.
Yeah, fight.
Do we see her response before we
Is
have
it
to
a
make
magic
our
defense?
choice?
8.
It's not a saving throw, so it's just a check.
Oh, it's just a check. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Lucky.
16. We're saying flee at
Can
this
I
point.
cast
I'm
guidance
gonna-
on
I'm
myself?
gonna
in
use
this
You're
charge.
sleeping, so no.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a charge.
You're gonna use a charge? Alright.
Oh, wow! Oz has so many charges!
Oh my gosh, look at that. There's a negative in front of it.
I feel like
Butts!
I forgot to put that there.
I have no
11
idea.
now.
11? Okay.
14.
14?
bang whether I want to use a charge.
Did you decide?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
use one. That's better. 17.
Okay. So, everybody, unfortunately, but Wave succeeds. So
Can I
you
use
chose
another
flee.
Charge?
Sure.
I chose flee.
Okay.
11 again.
11. All right. Flee.
Do we see what...
No.
Oh, okay, so we have to
It's
do
a simultaneous thing.
it.
It's basically what pops into your head first. You all have your, like, oh, fight or flee. And then, like, everybody makes their own choice. Rick chose flee. What would you choose? You chose fight.
I tried to enter.
Yeah, fight, yep.
Yeah.
You know what? Character development. Oz chooses fight.
Oh, I already said 5.
Okay. So, all right. So everybody but Wave succeeds. So Wave, I'd like you to roll me a d4.
2.
Okay. All right. So you, let's see, you awaken from this dream. And all of you notice that on your right hand, there is now sort of almost like a glowing tattoo of a waxing moon.
Oh, shit.
Well, this isn't going to help.
You guys can make, it's not like brightly
Yeah.
glowing. You guys can make me Arcana or Religion checks.
You too, Ben?
You too, Rick.
16.
Alright.
23.
8.
Okay.
16 religion.
Okay. So basically, with the group, you can all figure this out, but essentially, you have all been granted a blessing
Oh.
from Selune
Ooh.
that will last until you use it.
Oh.
That is a spell that is based off of your wisdom modifier, so keep that in mind.
Okay.
However, everybody who passed gets to pick. Those who fail get chosen randomly.
Okay.
So yours, Wave, is Entangle. You can cast the Entangle spell once using your wisdom modifier. It's base level.
God, he would have been the right guy to have a good spell.
Yeah.
Well, it's so you guys get to
Yeah.
choose. You two fighters get to choose from Earth Tremor, Entangle, Ice Knife, or Thunder Wave.
I'd like to look at Earth Tremor and get back to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
can I look up
I-
and get back to
And you get not those because you
Okay,
chose
I'm gonna
Flee.
take Thunder Wave.
Okay.
So you get Fog Cloud, Healing Word, Jump, or Fairy Fire.
Ooh. Those are good options.
Wait, which ones did he get?
Fog Cloud, Healing Word, Jump, or Fairy Fire.
Ooh.
Does Fog Cloud heavily obscure the area?
Let me tell you here. Hang on. Fog Cloud,
So,
heavily obscure. Yep.
And that's a 20-foot square?
20-foot radius sphere of fog. Yep.
Okay, cool.
So things to consider. Again, you guys all have this one time. So when you do it, it's over. If it's an instantaneous effect, you cast it and it's gone. If it's something that has concentration, you would have to concentrate it as though you were concentrating on a spell. As a barbarian, you can cast a concentration spell before you enter rage, and then you can still maintain it during the rage, but you can't cast spells again while raging.
Okay. I think I'm going to take Healing Word.
Okay, there you go. Bonus action for that. So you have Healing Word at its base level using your Wisdom modifier as
1d4 plus 1, just in
There you-
case one of y'all are dying.
It's a great move.
There you go. So,
I'm going to take Earth Tremor.
okay, Earth Tremor. All right,
question.
sure.
This is the most healing
If
I've
I
ever
were to
had.
take my what's it called? Metamagic that allows me to change the damage type.
Mhm.
Is that only for elemental types of damage, or like can I change bludgeoning to fire?
No,
No, it's only that.
Alright. Then I'm not gonna do that one. Hold on. It was Ice Knife, Thunder Wave, Earth Tremor, and
Tangle.
Entangle.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna take Ice Knife.
That was the first spell Sean ever cast.
Maybe.
Yep. Against the goblins?
Oh wait, no. Maybe not Ice Knife.
Yep. And
Yeah.
the goblins.
I mean, don't take Ice Knife. You could just get Ice Knife.
No.
Like, it's just a sorcerer spell.
Eh.
No. I went
I
with
think all of these are, for the most part.
I went with Earth Tremor
Except for
because
Earth
you got to make a Dex save, so it and like make difficult terrain, etc. So if Oz is retreating, my thought is he could cast that even if he's in the thing, he'll be fine.
I don't know. Which one do you think I should take?
I'll tell you what. Don't stress out over this because
Yeah,
there's
I
gonna be
know.
more decisions, so you better be able to make these quick.
Oh gee.
So,
Oh gee.
yep. Gorm's not there, Ash. Gorm's back at the spire.
Home safe.
We decided to keep going
Like,
Alright.
alive.
it's
Nah,
not
I
good
know, I
enough.
I thought about
Yeah.
getting away. I wanted to do something
Based
magical
off your
for
wisdom.
worms, so like
Is
make them
Entangle
bigger,
concentration? Is it just
like
like a
ride
bet?
them.
No, it's a
more
concentration,
ferocious.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
Henry uses it all the time.
I know, that's what
Yeah.
So
Hopefully.
Thunderwave.
All right.
bring
Done.
them into the
Do
fray.
Yeah.
Cool. We're good.
Okay. So, you guys have completed this. This thing happened. A doorway opens in the wall, leading you to another area.
All right.
Cool, cool, cool.
Do you traverse through to area 2?
We do.
Alright, so the people so far, we have Celeste,
Yeah.
Dream,
Celeste.
Celeste, Yandre, and
Yaurel?
Twilight Sparkle?
Yaurel?
Yes. Twilight Sparkle is the guardian that protects Celeste, who is the prophetess of Selune, who was, I think Yaurel was someone also. High Priestess?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yaurel Silverman.
And then we
Yeah.
saw Sorrow in there for a hot second. And
Yeah,
then,
someone can be keeping track of all these
and then the
names.
weird
'cause,
vines. Alright, got it. I'm on it.
I am writing them down. I've been trying. Like, I have mentions of them, but not how they all connect.
I peer in the room.
Yeah. I look at that.
All right. A thickening fog nearly fills this dome-shaped room. At its center is another slightly raised pallet of soft turf and moss. Above the pallet is a metallic disc glowing silver blue representing a full moon. Inlaid in the stone-tiled floor are 7 stylized star mosaics made from mirror shards and polished silver. The moon and stars glow dimly in the dark.
What y'all think?
I don't know. Do we go to sleep again? Like it's raised earth, like the bed like before, right?
Yep.
But now there's
Almost exactly the same.
but with a full moon.
I
Mhm.
go on the bed and I lay down and I close my eyes.
Alright,
What do you
let's
I
go.
stand in a circle.
Let's all
We stand on a
let's
star.
all mosaic.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Wave, you get the following vision. You guys see this played out before you. You see an auburn-haired young woman accompanied by her silver-cloaked mentor, a look of deep concern on both their faces. Battle cries echo from within the wood, and animals growl, running in droves from an unseen foe. They're coming for us, Yaurel. That's the other way around. The young woman cries, grabbing the woman's hand to flee. No, Celesta, they will be stopped. As long as the Guardian is on our side, no harm shall befall us. It is the word of Selune. Shaking her head, Celesta mutters to herself. The animals flee and the forest burns. A dark shadow falls across her face, and then, As though noticing you, Wave, she whispers, "Yet you stand there like a fool. Only I see the coming doom." This scene fades into shadow. A tear falls onto your small crimson hand. Looking up, you see a dignified, armored human woman wearing the red, gold, and white tabard of the Veilguard. She gazes towards the setting sun and wipes tears from her eyes. The forest before you, increasingly dark. Sounds of clashing swords and magical incantations rend the air, portending a powerful foe. Placing her hand on the hilt of her sword, the woman looks down at you with love and concern. "Well, little sorrow, what say you? Do we venture in or retreat?"
Venture in.
Okay, that's one. The rest of you?
Character development. Venture in.
Should we venture in?
in.
All right, enter in.
Everybody ventures in. Okay, wisdom checks.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Lucky.
Natural 20.
18.
5.
All right. So Rick fails. I'd like you to roll me a d4 there, Jake.
All right. 3.
3. All right. So the blessings for these will take the form of a glowing full moon on the back of your left hand. Jake, yours is Flame Blade, the Druid spell.
Oh, neat.
The rest of you get the choice of Hold Person, Moonbeam, Flame Blade, or Heat Metal.
Must be.
Ooh.
Jake, I'm a little disappointed you didn't choose Retreat this time. Would have been probably a good thing for you.
Moonbeam.
Okay, Moonbeam,
Wait, Flame Blade, Moonbeam.
Hold Person, or Heat Metal. All based off of Wisdom. Keep that in mind.
I'm gonna go heat metal.
Just so you know, Retreat was Healing Spirit, Enhance Ability, Invisibility, and Pass Without Trace.
Oh.
Oh.
Damn. Flame Blade, but the most useless thing for me.
Well, that's what happens when you fail. You don't get to pick, so that's just how it goes.
That is the way the cookie crumbles.
That's what they say. So,
Heat metal.
okay. And a door opens and leads to the next area.
To the next area!
Does everybody go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Dense clouds of thick fog fill this large room. A blue-silver glow can be seen at the dome's apogee. Inlaid in the stone floor are 7 stylized star mosaics glowing dimly in the dark. At the room's center is another slightly raised pallet of soft turf and moss. You notice that this room in this one, 25 feet tall.
What was the last one?
The room center is another slightly raised pallet of soft turf and moss, and it's a 25 foot high room.
The room before was 25 foot.
No,
as
they were
well?
both 15.
15.
Wait, does this make geographic sense to Oz? Because,
How so?
like, so we dropped down a 15-foot dome because there was a 15-foot dome, and then we went sideways and there was another 15-foot dome. But was there also another 15-foot dome outside? Did we travel down? Are we in, like, Oz is trying to figure out if we're in, like, magical extra-dimensional space here.
Yeah, and make be either a survival or
Was there a
Arcana
moon
check.
in this room?
You do not currently, where you stand right now, you do not see a moon in like the area that you're at.
18
Kind of
Arcana.
off.
This is it's okay. So what you say?
18.
Yeah, it does. It was kind of hilly, so it could
Okay.
be, but maybe not.
Okay.
You walk around.
Like looking around to see if I see a moon
All right, at the
symbol.
So as you walk around at the far end of the cavern is a large, magnificent mosaic depicting darkly beautiful feminine eyes surrounded by 7 stylized stars.
Oh.
I mean, we've been okay so far, I feel like. It's nap time again.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You want to sleep this time?
Not particularly.
I'll sleep.
I'm very groggy when I first wake up, so if I sleep, then I'm gonna be less. And it seems like we all get the same information anyway, so.
Fair.
Alright.
All right. So does that mean you're sleeping and
Yeah,
everybody
I'll
else is staying awake? Okay. So looking up, same scenario.
Mhm.
Everything happens. Looking up, you see a woman standing alone on a high cliff. Her long auburn hair blows wildly in the wind as the image of a great clawed hand moves across the face of the full moon, eclipsing it, casting blood-red light across the woods. Raising her hands, the woman howls in triumph, "Hail Malar, capturer of the Guardian! Hail Malar, true lord of the Buffander Forest!" You hear the sounds of weeping nearby. A wizened, silver-cloaked woman wails in distress, "Celesta, no!" Even as she screams, the young woman produces a dagger, cuts her own palm, and squeezes her blood into a black cup. As she drains its contents, darkness fills her eyes. Her lips curl into a sneer, revealing terrifying black teeth. Her mocking gaze moves from the weeping woman. Laughing maniacally, she stares into your eyes.
Yeah.
The scene fades. You lie flat on your back, unable to move, surrounded by total darkness. Terror grips your heart as an unbearable pain sears your senses. An iron claw digs into your scalp, sending rivulets of blood streaming through your hair. You are bound by powerful restraints as a haunting, raspy voice fills the vacant space around you. "Beg for death, and it shall be granted, sorrow." Struggling, you feel a tiny flicker of hope still burning despite the darkness and agony, yet the call of death's final embrace tempts your screaming blood. The pain is unbearable. What do you do? Struggle or succumb?
Like succumb and beg for death? Or struggle?
I'm giving you that. You got two options. There's the dream doesn't.
Struggle.
It's a dream. It doesn't
Struggle.
provide you context.
Struggle.
Okay. We got one. What about the rest of you?
I think Oz would succumb.
Oz succumbs. Okay.
Rick will struggle.
Rick struggles.
Yeah,
Struggle.
Struggle and one succumb. All right. Everybody make wisdom checks, please.
Shit. 10.
What did you think was gonna happen, Pat?
I got a 10.
What?
7.
7. Fail.
16.
Ooh,
Pass.
15.
15. All right. So I need you both to roll me d4s.
1.
Okay.
2.
All right, you got Sleet Storm. You got Tidal Wave. Rick, your choices are
That's cold, man.
Sleet Storm, Tidal Wave, Erupting Earth, or Cold Lightning.
Okay.
This takes the form of a waning moon in the center of your forehead. And Sean, your choices are Haste, Daylight, Slow, or Dispel Magic.
Dispel magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Whatever you think is great.
Yeah. This way, if wildfire is taken over by magic, I can dispel it so she can dispel the rest of the magic. And Ted, may I ask for a clarification?
Sure.
So when Celesta attacked the Guardian and sacrificed its blood, that was the Guardian Twilight Sparkle, right?
No, you didn't see any Guardian being attacked.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna take all lightning.
Okay.
That one makes sense, because I can cast it and then go into a rage, right?
You can. But Call Lightning is an action to do it again.
Yeah.
Call Lightning is the worst.
Alright, what are my options then? Maybe not.
Erupting Earth, Tidal Wave, Sleet Storm?
Yep.
Joe, what's your opinion?
I go with Tidal Wave. It does bludgeoning damage. If they fail, it knocks them back. I feel like it's an AoE thing that might... I don't think it's... I think it's just one turn. Right? All this making sense, Ted?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a one-turn thing, non-concentration. It would hit a bunch of guys. It's something that you can't already do.
Well, erupting Earth's the same thing.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what Erupting Earth was.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot cube that does 3d12. I feel like that fits more with Rick. I'm gonna go with Erupting Earth.
All right.
And it leaves it as difficult terrain, like Sleep Storm.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do you
Cool.
I got tidal wave.
No.
My brain wanted to play tidal wave a flop.
All right. So
Not for mechanics.
the mosaic at the back of the room, you kind of hear like a click of that mosaic.
Okay.
You guys
I'll go
hear?
over and
You'll all
look at
hear
it.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna investigate it.
Sure.
I rolled an 18 with the guidance, and then plus 1, it's a 19.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's a door.
Oh. I peer in.
Do you open it?
Yeah.
Door opens. The mosaic kind of splits down the middle. You can see there were locks, kind of like 3 pins.
Mm-hmm.
Opens. And you continue in. So as you begin to walk in, you hear everybody's favorite chittering sound begins to echo through this cavern. And you see that not only through this cavern is there that mist, but amongst that mist are just webs everywhere. And you see, descending from those webs, 8 spiders.
Oh.
These spiders, however, is strange that the coarse fibrous hair
Mm-hmm.
on their butts is discolored in a form of a hand. You can see like the Malar hand on their butt,
Okay.
and their mandibles are already black,
But they're like scary.
like super black,
Oh no, so black.
like
Black
giant
black.
spiders with pack tactics. Scary.
Oh no, that's very scary.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, they're
17.
Okay, Ramba.
I believe it's 17.
See, when you said chittering, I was thinking like, oh, we got to like the world tree.
Oh, well,
Ran into the squirrels.
19.
But no,
sadly no.
but not.
19 for
Yeah.
17.
7. Wow. All right.
21.
Nice.
When you said
what's your
everybody's
dex?
favorite chittering, my first thought was Sturgis.
You go
Yeah,
first.
me too.
No, they more buzz.
Rick,
Fair.
goes,
Sure.
Rick goes before me, Ted.
He does?
Yes.
Okay.
Glad it's not service.
Don't go in there.
All right. So you've got conveniently enough to have 2 on everybody, and everybody gets pack tactics on this end. So that'll be fun. All right. So that's how we're gonna do this.
Do I have Hamish down here with me?
Do you?
I mean,
Did
I
you
would have.
drop him 15 feet into the ground with you? down here?
Come on.
I'm
They
asking.
could have just.
You could have. Would you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have brought him.
Okay. That's
Because then I can get rid of him. It's just bonus action. So if I see it certain, I'll just be like, Hamish, no!
all right. So I'm just gonna start here and go around the table this way. So
All
we're gonna
right.
start off with you, Oz. They are going to. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, they're gonna start. Spider 1's gonna try to turns around and it spinnerets
Oh, no.
the thing and it shoots web out of its butt at you.
Oh no.
Well, that's a 12.
Surprise round?
No, you guys heard the chittering, so no one's surprised.
We're just extras. Bastards.
Yeah. So he misses, and the other one's gonna come in and he's gonna try to bite you.
All right.
Oh wait, he has advantage, so I should redo that. Well, that's still the web still misses, and then the bite also misses.
Woo!
All right, so for you, Wildfire, 2 spiders coming in. Pack tactics.
No.
That is a 25, which is a natural 20, so he's gonna web your face.
Ah!
So you are restrained in webbing currently. And then as a bonus action, these crypt spiders can cocoon you as
Oh,
a bonus
no!
action if you're already restrained. So you watch as it, like, in creepy time-lapse spider speed, like,
Oh.
Just like in the
Yep.
second Hobbit movie, I think,
Yeah.
where they just real
Yeah.
quick, you are just spun up
Woo.
inside there. So you have disadvantage on all ability checks and saving throws to escape this web. And the other one's gonna come up and it's gonna come and eat you.
No.
Advantage.
Come to eat you.
Come get you.
That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna bite you for 6 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Against poison, I don't know if that matters for you. It might.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
So you do have advantage then.
What kind of a thing was it?
Con.
Thank
Con.
you. That would be a 26.
Okay, so you are
And
gonna
I'm
take
resistant.
3 points of poison damage. Alright, then wave, same thing. Spiders coming at you. That's a miss on the web. Then the bite from the next one is a miss. Rick, same thing.
All right.
14 on the web, and then the bite. Nope. Alright, misses. Alright, Oz, you're up.
All right. I am going to use I'm going to
See
grab-
all 8 of their eyes. All 16 eyes.
Oh, that was too many.
Looking right at you.
I'm going to use my warp blade to cast Misty Step and travel over to the the spiders that are attacking Rick.
Yes.
And then I am going to use a I'm going to be 10 feet away from
Sure.
that guy, and then I'm going to throw a +2 dagger at him.
Okay.
That 28 to hit.
Yep.
All right. And he's going to take. I cast Guiding Bolt.
Yeah.
It did not work.
Ah.
1, 2. Right. Yeah.
He did like
That's
half
20.
good.
Yeah, I did all right. I did good for me. 26 plus 7, 33 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm going to use my movement to move. I'm going to try and get 20 feet away from everybody. Well, 20 more feet, so I'll be
Sure,
a total
yeah.
of 30 feet away from
Okay.
everybody.
You are able to do that. Wildfire. You are currently cocooned.
Question.
Sure.
If I activate my Mantle of Flame,
Mhm.
would it have any effect on these webs?
They
Because
do.
I'm wreathed in it, and any melee attack, it takes fire damage.
The hit point. The webs do have an AC, and they have hit points. So, in theory, I will say. I mean, you can use an action normally to break out of this, although you would be at disadvantage for this. So I'll say you can attempt it at, well, it will be a bonus action to activate your Mantle of Flame. So I'll say you could do it as a bonus action normally to get out of it with the flames active.
Are they magical webs?
I mean,
That would stop it.
Wait, so if I use my bonus action to activate my Mantle of Flames, then to
Um,
break out of it,
you can still do it as an action. I'll give you advantage, or I'm saying you can try to break out of it as a bonus action instead of an action.
oh, okay.
Because normally you have to actually
But I'm at
attack it. The
disadvantage.
Mantle of Flame itself doesn't do damage
Yeah.
by itself.
Okay.
So,
Or I can attack it at disadvantage. Or try to break out at disadvantage. You said?
yes, correct.
And based on strength.
It is. Or you could try to attack the webs that are holding you at disadvantage. Also would work.
If I attack and hit it, do I get out? Or does it
It
like
has hit points, so if you do enough damage.
Could
Got a
you do a
dagger.
spell that has a
Shocking
saving
breath.
throw?
What?
Could you do a
Oh,
spell?
yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it has an armor class and it has hit points. So things that would damage it regardless. So if it's a saving throw, the webs don't have a dexterity. But if
Well,
they
this-
take X number of damage, then they will break. It's the same thing with like a door. A door can't make a dexterity saving throw,
Alright.
but if it has 20 hit points and you deal 20 hit points worth of damage, the door breaks.
I'll try a shocking grasp, but
Okay, make an attack roll at disadvantage to touch the webs that are holding you.
I'm like,
Beckhead, you do you.
I just took it, but I took it as pointing out the fallacy in the logic of it, not the fallacy of the move.
wait, what?
Just go.
What would you like
It's
to
a good
do?
move.
Okay, well, I was gonna do that, but I was gonna use a meta magic thing to make it fire so it doesn't hurt me if it.
No, it's a great idea.
Yeah. And then I do extra damage and reroll once.
Cool.
It's 15.
You hit the webs
Yeah.
that are touching your body.
Woo! Is that? Okay. 11, 12 points of fire damage.
Yeah, it just burns away as though webs are easily burnable with fire.
Yeah.
So.
Does your wild magic surge thing happen?
Oh, yeah.
Let's find out.
Thank you for reminding us, Jake.
Yeah, I'm
Nope.
interested.
It happened last time, but you missed it. She got all her sorcery points back.
Yeah, it was nice.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for you.
Now Hamish.
Oh, Hamish, sure.
He's gonna try to operate some fire on these spiders.
Sure.
So they gotta make a save.
Okay. I'm assuming the ones that are fighting you.
Yes, please. Well, as many as he can get in a 15-foot cone.
I'll say
Without hitting us?
the two, because
Yeah.
he can hit you and it'll be fine.
Okay. $22 damage.
Okay. Flames watch over both of the spiders, and they are crispy. Smells like burnt spider hair.
Mmm.
I don't know if that smells worse or better than human hair.
I'm gonna say worse.
Probably worse, just because it's spiders. Rick.
All right, cool. So there's this spider that Oz has attacked that's attacking me.
Yes.
So I am going to also attack that spider because he is damaged.
Fair.
I am going to first go into a rage
All right.
with my bonus
That's what I
action.
was wondering.
These spiders, I'm going to try and hit him in his butt.
Okay.
I'm going to hit him right on his butt if I can. I will, my first attack with Storm Herald be at 24.
That will hit.
All right, cool. And that one, nothing special about lightning damage, right?
No, does not seem to be.
Okay, cool. So 12, 6, 8 plus 12, all my modifiers is 20.
Okay, you cleave right through this spider butt.
Oh yeah. Great. Alright, I'm gonna send electricity through this spider butt. It kills the spider.
It does.
Alright, cool. And I'm gonna have it shoot electricity towards the next spider that I'm going to attack with a 24 to hit, which I assume also hits since that hit before.
It does.
Oh wow, okay. 12 and a 6 and a D12 and a D6.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Is great. 18 plus 12 is 30 points of damage for the second spider.
He is still up. He's not looking so good. You cut off like 2 of his legs, but he's got 6 others. He's fine.
Damn. Alright, in that case, I will...
Somehow it cut off on both sides, so he's still balanced. You don't know how you managed to do that.
What a weird stroke with my great axe.
Yeah. Yeah, just like that. Yep.
Everybody hates him.
Yep.
Then I guess I will use my bonus action
To go into a rage.
I will use nothing else then.
There you go.
Oh no, this is what happened, Jake. It was trying to dodge, so it did a barrel roll like Star Fox 64. And it was just, hey, got the first couple.
Yep.
It's actually was the third ones.
Yeah, it was weird. It
Which
doesn't.
is the worst ones to take out.
That's
Yep.
true.
Yeah, they
Like
really.
taking out the ring finger.
Pretty much. Is that it for you, Rick?
Technically, yes.
Okay. Well, then, yes. Wave.
I am going to Moonbeam the two that are
okay.
attacking me.
Sure. Go ahead. They got to make a con save. So what's your wisdom? So what's your spell save?
It is... Great question.
Pretty good.
17.
All right. They both fail. So they're going to take 2d10,
10 points of damage.
10 points of radiant damage. And that moonbeam is maintained. The whole area is lit up with light. There's a big column of light there.
Oz thinks, this is fitting.
What would you like to do?
War magic attack. Or is that just a bonus action?
That is
spell?
just a cantrip, I
Okay.
believe,
Yeah.
at this point. So you still have action surge, and you still have your bonus action.
Bonus action, activate chill blade.
Okay, cool. That is it. So it is their turn. So only one is dead. So the two that were fighting you, Oz, for convenience, are gonna move over to fight you.
No.
They got they actually have a decent movement speed, so they will do that. Out comes a web. Nope.
Alright.
And a bite. Oh, that was weird. That is a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
And then, okay, oh, so that was a 20. So, all right, then you will take 7 points of piercing damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that down to 3.
All right, and then I need you to make a con save. This is versus poison.
Thank you. 20.
All right, and you have resistance to poison?
Yes, I do.
3 points of poison damage. Wildfire, you have 2 still left on you. They are significantly scorched. He's going to try to web you up again. He's going to miss. The other one's going to bite at you. And it is going to miss. A 15 misses, right?
Yes.
All right. Wave, you've got 2 that are in a moonbeam. They take it at the start of their turn when they're in a
Yeah,
moonbeam?
they take 13.
Okay, so they're going to make their saves. They're both going to fail. They're going to take 13 points.
Nice.
Of radiant damage.
Feels good.
All right, and then they're going to try and web you up. They are going to get a 20, which misses. Yes?
Yes, it does.
And then a bite attack for a natural 20, so that will hit. That's going to be 17 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. Roll for poison.
Yes, yep.
You take 2 blade damage.
I do take chill plate damage.
10 on the roll, and it was a con.
Yes.
So I think 18.
Okay, so you are going to take...
2 points for chill plate.
Okay. So you take that damage, and then you're going to take another...
Oh, no,
3...
it's 9, so 19.
Okay, and then you're going to take 3 points of poison damage.
And then how much bite damage did I take?
17.
17.
All right, Rick. Then you've got 1 on you. He does not have pack tactics. He's going to try and bite you. And he's going to miss, because you didn't reckless attack, correct?
I did recklessly.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, natural 1. So he will miss. And then it is...
In those legs.
And it's you know what? Yeah, it was the key. Those 2 legs, those were his biting legs, and you just got rid of them. So you're up, Oz.
Alright. I'm going to have Owl on one of them. And I am going to pull out another +2 dagger and cast Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
So that is reroll 1s, love being a halfling. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
Right. So, dagger. Yeah. And at this point, wait, what level are we?
12.
We are 12, so it does an
2d8.
additional 2d8. Woof! Does damage type matter?
No.
Let's see how shitty I roll!
Yeah.
Alright, so that's 10, 20, 32, 35, 35 plus. I think that's not bad. So 42.
All right, you take down 1 spider.
And the other one takes
2d8.
4 plus
2d8 or 3d8?
2d8 plus the
Yeah.
plus my mod.
Yeah.
So it's that's 8.
8. Oh.
Nope. Yeah, 8.
All right, 8 points of fire damage to the other one.
Yep. And then I am going to run away, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Ah! With a 22,
Shit!
he's gonna bite you for 10 points of piercing damage.
All right. I already
You know, you have it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it again. Bump it
Alright,
down
and
to
then a
5.
con save as well.
17 on the roll.
All right, so 9, 2 points of poison damage.
And then I'm going to bonus action hide.
Okay.
Now that I have run away
All right.
with a 30
Sure.
stealth.
Maybe. Yeah. Not a whole lot to hide behind
Nope.
this empty cavern.
Nope.
But,
Maybe a dead body, a dead spider body, or a Von Brick. Whatever I can hide behind.
Wildfire.
Alright, I'm gonna bonus action mantle flame. And I'm gonna
Didn't you
use
do that last turn?
No,
No.
we talked about it.
Yeah, you didn't. All right. Yep.
and then I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it at it's 3 normally, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna do 3, 4. I'll cast it at a 4th level, so I'll do 5.
Okay. So I guess you're starting with the ones on you. Okay.
So first one is a 17.
That will hit.
Cool. I take 13.
Okay. Still there.
Second one. It will
Yeah.
hit.
You got quite a bit of charges there.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
The nearly charges.
See the dash though. That's the negative. Negative 1,000.
16 points for the second one.
Okay, so that's gone. That one's down.
Cool. So second spider that's on me.
Yep.
Ooh. 14.
That will miss.
It will hit. 14 points of damage.
Okay,
And
still
then
alive.
Last one. 14 again.
I see.
Um,
Coast Adventure Guide.
and then I'm going to see if Hamish does not get his breath back. So Hamish is going to attack it.
Okay.
Any Corona, Jake?
Yeah, actually a lot.
He has
Oh.
advantage because of that.
Oh, I need you to make a roll for your thingy.
Oh, you right.
I was thinking of writing the government a letter and saying, "Hey, I have my business."
keep
but I don't
wasting
wanna
my
get
natural
sick, so I
20s
don't
on this
wanna work.
stupid
Wanna
thing.
help me out?
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
I'm not.
I enjoy it.
I mean,
I
Dunkin'
don't.
Donuts people get to go home. Why can't I?
Good boy.
Thank you.
17 to hit.
And he was biting the one that you. Did I say you killed that one?
I killed the first one.
Yes. Okay.
And then the second one took
14 points.
14
Yep.
points
Yep.
of
Yep. Okay. And he's biting that one.
Now, yeah, he's biting that
Gotcha.
second one.
Okay.
So this thing is gonna take. Max damage on all dice.
For all 2 hit points.
Wow.
Oh, why you gotta take this from me, Ted?
Because that's my job. That's...
Well, it's 20 points of damage.
Well, he's the most dead. Yeah. So that is that it for you?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Rick, it is your turn. You have one on you that has been pretty damaged.
Alright, I'm gonna try to be-leg this spider. I'm attacking recklessly. Does a 17 hit, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I figured that based on the fact that I hit before for Selene right there. 12 plus 12 is 24 damage.
All right. You got the rest of the legs this time.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are
Alright.
2 on wave that are currently in a moonbeam, and one that was by Oz, but he ran away.
Do I see Oz?
What's your passive perception?
Get the Oz one, man.
It's low.
Then no.
Alright, so it is a
No. The answer is no.
15. No, I don't.
It's not a 30.
Guess you're mine then. I say to that spider, and then I attack it recklessly.
Recklessly.
Ooh.
Okay.
Double 19 on the roll, so that's pretty cool. That doesn't happen too often.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Fighter Carrot keeping a lot of that. Oh, but garbage damage, 1 and a 3. So that will deal just 16 points of damage.
Just 16 points of damage. Rick, I'm going to remind you that you're a great weapon fighter, and you dropped a creature to 0 hit points, so you can make a bonus action attack with your weapon this turn. And you
Wow.
also
Yeah.
can do that thing where you take 5 off the roll and add 10 to the damage.
Wow, I totally forgot about both of those things.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that with this bonus action attack.
I figured.
All right. see.
You
8
have to decide
plus
that before the
11
roll?
is 19 minus 5 is 14.
That's a miss.
That's about right.
God, I pulled something in my pectoral muscle. I swing too hard and I miss.
All right. Well, you do.
Ow.
Wave.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit.
Alright, so then I'm gonna hit 4 times because I just action surge and just 15,
You do 3 attacks
16.
regularly, remember?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Why don't you start with...
Natural 20.
Why don't... Hold up. Maybe you
Okay.
should start with the 3 attacks that actually... The first 3 attacks.
Right.
And we'll see where
So
you're
the
at.
first one's a 15.
Alright, that kills a spider.
I do 20 points of damage. The second one's a 16.
That kills the second spider.
I do 21 points of damage. There's no more spiders?
There's 1 more by Rick for your 3rd attack.
I'm gonna move the moonbeam.
That's an action to move the moonbeam. Shit. So you still have a 3rd attack that you can attack the one that's attacking Rick.
Attack the third one.
Which-
I roll a 30 and I do 19 points of
That's
damage.
dead.
I like it.
No action surge used.
No,
3 attacks, Pat.
I'm gonna
3 attacks.
I'm gonna second wind.
Okay. The fight is over. There are no more spiders.
Cool. Okay.
Wildfire.
Yeah.
Can you get rid of some of this web?
Use the moonbeam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll totally do that.
Yeah. All right.
There you go.
And
I
then-
mean, you could totally just keep rolling that magic surge. Just keep shooting fire up there. Go for it.
once that's done and all the web's cleared, can I move further into the room with the moonbeam and just try and
Look around.
use it while it's still there?
Oh, yeah, I think Moonbeam is a 10-minute. I think 1 minute.
Mhm.
Well, the fight was like 3 turns, so by the time you clear it out, you'll probably get into the room, and it'll pretty much be ended at that point. Because yeah, it's only I thought it was 10 minutes, so it's only a minute. Okay. So, you guys continue into the next room.
Leave.
Ho ho! A dome-shaped cavern
What?
opens
Yeah.
before you.
30.
On the roof of this cavern, a blue-silver radiance glows from a black disk signifying the phase of a new moon. A dense fog covers everything with a dewy sheen as water drips from the ceiling's small stalactites. An elderly, emaciated woman in a silver cloak lies on a pallet beneath the glowing new moon. Her eyes dart wildly behind her eyelids as she mutters and weeps. Inlaid in the stone floor are 7 stylized star mosaics. The moon and stars glow dimly in the dark.
Would we recognize this as Yaurel from the previous
Yeah.
visions?
That would seem to be the case.
All right.
Like, this is actually her, or is she in a mosaic? Or is there a body here of her?
No, her body is asleep. And
Yeah. Okay, just making sure. I understood that.
So let's hop on some mosaics.
Yeah. Woo!
Okay.
Should we try to... She's asleep, right?
She is.
Do we see? Well, we should stand on the thing so we can see.
So you guys all stand on the things?
Or maybe not.
Where? Yeah, I mean, Rick is.
Yeah.
What was that?
Should we try and pick her up?
I mean,
No.
Oh, she's actually there.
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
here.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I was saying,
That's
like.
what I was like.
Well, I guess, yeah, do we. At this point, I'm going to guess that this is kind of magical sleep because, it has been thus far.
But is it a good
So-
magical sleep?
No, but that's why. Okay, so I'm working on the thought process that if we stand on the mosaics, we will assist her in the dream, kind of like we saw
Yeah.
what was going on with the previous dreams. Maybe that way we could
Help
knock her out of it. But since we're here, just trying to shake her awake doesn't seem like a bad idea before that. To Rick's point.
Yeah. All right. So you want to try to wake her up first?
It was a thought. I don't know. If we're here to help, maybe Oz is right. We are...
I'll-
Wait, you're the
I'll
leader.
walk
What
up
do you think?
And I will touch her and I will do
He's already
guidance.
doing it.
You guys guidance on her.
Three. And
She's
try and like wake her up.
okay.
Oh, there, Trey.
She's emaciated. She looks pretty weak. So you're gonna attempt to wake her up from the sleep, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And the rest of you are just letting this happen?
Should we?
He's leader for the
yeah,
day.
he's leader.
Okay, is that the plan? All right. Yeah. You take some. It takes a little bit of coercion, but you are able to wake her up. And she, well, like you manage to shake her kind of from this dream state that she's in. You see the kind of similar glowing that you guys had seen when you had activated things kind of ceases. And she just seems completely bleary and out of it. You can make a medicine check.
26.
You think she has 5 levels of exhaustion?
I'm gonna use.
Which is, I think, 1 away from death?
I'm gonna use.
Yeah, 1 away
all
from death.
4 of my proficiencies since I'm in the Buffander Forest from the Veilguard ability to. Where did I see that?
It should be under features and traits, I think. I believe.
Are you telling us you're doing that, or are you
I'm
just doing it?
I am doing it. And then I will tell you that she can use 1 more level of exhaustion taken away from with the Veilguard power, which is what is it called? The Perseverance. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I'll use 1 also.
Okay. You guys, she's like,
How many charges do we
you have proficiency bonus
Gotcha.
charges. So she is seeming immensely better than she was before. And she's just like, oh. And she tells you, she's like, and she just seems like she's still tired, even though you cured her of exhaustion almost
Give
immediately.
her soup.
Yeah, there's a lot of like carryover, like magical hangover, I guess, if you want to think about it that way. And she's like, oh, who are all of you? And her voice is really raspy, as though she's been exhausted. And she's just like, what? Oh, thank you for your help. Who are you?
We're the new Veil Guard.
She's like, oh, that's good.
How long have you been asleep here? Do you know?
I think a week. No food,
Oh,
no
wow.
water. The moisture in the room and the magical sleep has been keeping me barely alive.
I'll give her some water.
And she's like super thankful for the water. She's like, oh my
I
god.
give her some vegetable broth.
Vegetable broth. All right. She's like, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm so tired.
What was going on in there?
She's like, I don't want to talk about it.
I think you probably need to.
Yeah.
Oz here. And I am just gonna be so real quick. This is what's going on, and I want to give her the rundown of everything we know. That like shit's been going down. Malar acolytes attacking people. Black teeth. We were sent down here.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night. Yeah, all that stuff. So I mean, we've gotten this far in Selune's temple. So I mean, you know the goddess way better than we do. So if there's something we should be doing right now to make sure that she is okay, we'll do it.
And she's
Do
like,
you have to go back to sleep? Should we hop in your dream?
oh, she says, make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna use my last lucky of the day.
+1.
Oh, well, that wasn't. It wasn't gonna happen.
I'll help
It was
you.
good. Thank you. Alright, I used lucky, and we're good. So you said +1.
Yeah.
So that's a 19.
She says, I don't know. All my vision was just me wandering around a strange, shadowy forest, lost. And I was just crying out that I failed Selune, and that Celesta is lost and is no longer in her grace. And I couldn't find a way out of the forest that had betrayed me. I don't think my dreams will help you.
Should one of us go to sleep?
And she says, if you've made it this far, perhaps Selene sees when she notices the glowing sort of like runes on all of it. And she's like, perhaps she'll provide you with something that I'm just not in a great headspace for this right now.
Okay.
I've been kept alive by her grace, but I must admit that at this point my faith is being tested, and I worry that I've done something wrong. But thank you so much for this food and water and vegetable broth. And your extremely powerful magical healing has done wonders for my health. If you think perhaps you'll get more insight into what's going on if you enter the dream journey, and then once you, and she'll crawl over to one of the stars, and she's like, perhaps from there I can provide you assistance on where to go and what to do.
Sweet beards.
Got
Want a
guidance
spliff?
on yourself before you go to sleep.
What?
Want a spliff?
It's a terrible idea. It makes you super sleepy. She just woke up.
Not this stuff, man.
Dude, just
Do the
You're
exhaust,
a man.
does Veilguard Perseverance recharge?
Yeah, long rest.
Yeah, walk with a long rest.
Oh, okay. Because she still has, what, 2 levels of exhaustion?
No, she's got them all
Oh,
gone.
she got them all? You guys took care of them
The
all?
two
Okay.
of them got rid of all of it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh shit, I did have one question that I wanted to ask before we do this. It popped into my head and then it ran right out. That was a waste of everyone's time. I
Thanks
apologize.
for that.
Alright. Who's going to sleep?
So who's going to sleep?
I'll do it.
Okay. You guys do all the thing.
Wait. You're the leader. So I think it should be someone else.
No,
in case
man.
some decisions need to be made.
No, man. I got it.
If we're talking about decision making, I vote you were Rick.
Yeah, but I'm the leader, so I fall asleep.
All right. Well, he's
Oh,
on
well,
there.
he's
You guys
there.
hop
All
on the
right.
stars real quick.
Got
We-
guidance on his sleeping body.
All right. Anyway.
We hop on stars, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
So surrounded by
Shit, I remember the question!
too late.
Yep.
Surrounded by darkness. Wave. You hear 3 female voices speaking in unison. These voices echo in your mind. The power and authority of the voices tell you at once it is Selune herself speaking. Veilguard, I have bestowed what gifts I can from within this desecrated site. The destiny of the Buffander Forest is at hand. The final gift I offer you is a vision of the future. All now depends on you. Standing atop Veilguard's spire, your hands are badly weathered, yet you feel strong and confident. Staring across the vale towards Wickham, Westwick to the south, you see the town immersed in flame. An unnaturally dark, utterly starless sky hangs above the town as an amorphous cloud spreads outward, swallowing up the land. A silver trumpet echoes from the valley below. A formidable legion stands awaiting your order to liberate Wickham. Majestic steeds, each carrying one of your allies, move to the head of the column. The sun sets and the forest burns. War has come to the Western Heartlands. You wake up. No power granted to you for this vision.
I do have one question.
Sure.
Did Harrison get all those boons from
Sure, he did.
Selene?
Yeah.
Cool.
Did Hamish?
No. We only decided that he was really here towards the end when it was convenient for combat.
Oh, what? He was here the whole time. It's like Gorm.
Well,
Always here.
But Gorm's not here either, and Gorm wouldn't
Yeah,
have
but we
felt.
specifically said he wasn't here.
Well, shit.
Oh.
That was less helpful than I would have liked.
So, is that happening tonight? And where did we get all those armies?
No.
Okay.
In my vision, my hands were old and withered.
Oh.
No, weather.
Weathered.
Weathered.
Not withered.
Not withered.
Ah!
Badly weathered.
Okay.
But you feel strong and confident.
I look down at my hand. Does it look badly weathered?
No, it looks withered. You just like.
Ah!
You just
I'm so dehydrated.
I looked at it. Rick looks at his hands. Are they weathered?
I mean, they were, but they always were.
You know what? I feel strong and confident. This could be tonight. No, I'm kidding. She said it was a vision of the future, so.
Right.
Clearly,
But we don't know how far into the future.
no, but clearly war is coming to the Western Heartlands.
How did we look?
You didn't
It's
see
time
it.
to
It was
gather
first
our
person,
allies.
so you didn't see
Could
like
we see each other?
no, because it's a dream. You're just it was
Okay.
all from
No,
like
that's
the
fine.
omniscient
Yeah,
perspective.
Okay. So where we go to now?
So Yaurel will pipe in and she'll say, "I can take you to my campsite nearby from here. But she'll tell you that she believes that she'll take you to a druidic hermitage that is nearby, and she says she may have some potential supplies there that could aid you. And she says, unfortunately, I would suggest, if possible, that you rest, but the fate of the forest is going to be decided tonight, so there's no time for much more than a short rest.
Yeah, we got this. Yaurel. Does the name Sorrow sound familiar to you at all?
She doesn't have any recollection.
Okay. And then I'm going to explain that, like, our vision quest referenced Sorrow. She would have been a young child when Celeste turned, I'm going to say. Is that an appropriate term?
No, that was, she says, I mean, is she a child now? This was recent. Celesta only turned, if we're using that terminology, briefly. And she says, during my time in the cavern, I saw many dreams. But there was a small glimmer of hope. So I saw many beings with black teeth, creatures endowed with gifts from Malar, but they have acquired a weakness.
Oh.
They're harmed by silver weapons. Long ago, founders of our circle made their lodging beside a perfectly circular pool we call Selune's reflection. On a full moon, one might dip their weapons into those mystical waters we call drops fallen from the moon and see those weapons shine with the glint of silver. This blessing lasts but a month and only at night, but what a wonder to behold. When you get to Druid's circle, move hastily towards Selune's reflection. As for Celesta, she'll be at the altar near the pool. Its path is flanked with standing stones. That is where she will perform the ritual I saw in my dreams. Celesta possesses an evil artifact in the form of a black cup. To destroy it, fill it with sacred water or immerse it within the pool.
Alright.
So...
Yeah, so maybe we can still stop the whole fucking forest from going up in flames.
So we need the cup.
Maybe.
Alright, let's get moving. Does
All right.
anybody need a short rest?
Nope.
I think this is too important. Let's just get going.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, so she'll
I'm
make
doing all right.
her way out with you, and she'll give you general directions of where you need to go to get where you need to. The only other thing, let's see, she'll kind of fill you in as you're making your way back out on kind of some other little bits of exposition. That Celesta was raised as a prophet in Selune's grace, but as she saw the growth of Malar's troops, she was showing doubt and fear. And she had heard that the guardian of the forest, Twilight Sparkle, who's supposed to keep it safe, had been captured, and it drove her to what Yaurel describes as insanity.
Yeah.
She wandered into the forest, and when she came back, she wasn't herself. So Yaurel took refuge in the Cavern of Dreams, a place where someone like her wouldn't be able to enter
Okay.
to keep herself safe. But she's been down here for a week just trying to survive
Yeah.
in safety. Yeah. So she's received a whole bunch of different dreams, but she saw Celesta drinking from the cup. And then she said more sinister, she saw her pouring blood from the cup onto the lips of sleeping druids and rangers, turning them unwillingly to her cause.
Oh no. That's all right.
And then
How
again,
rude.
let's see.
Did we see people who
How
looked like they were
rude.
turned when we were fighting the orcs?
You did.
right?
There were 7 or 6 priests of Selune that were seemingly turned to the side of Malar.
Alright, so that seems like that.
Yeah.
And she will tell you that few other than her and Celesta have ever actually seen Twilight Sparkle.
Okay.
But from what Celesta had implied before she turned, it's supposed to be very beautiful and capable of flight.
Okay.
But yeah, she tells that that's basically all she can give you other than directions on how to get there. Yeah. And tonight's the full moon.
All right,
Do
let's
you
go.
need anything before we go?
And
Like
she's
food,
like, no,
water.
She says if I'm able to get some kind of a rest, I should be able to take care of myself. But I haven't had any rest in a week. So
Well, we'll leave some rations.
her magic is useless at this point. She doesn't have access to any of her abilities.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Well, you try to have a good rest.
Do you know what this? Can you explain what this ritual is? Like, what is she gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
I believe she's going to use this cup to turn the guardian of the forest to Malar's will.
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Okay. All right.
And then corrupt and destroy Selune's reflection.
Mm-hmm. But if we get the cup first, dip it into Selene's reflection, destroys it.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
So we need the cup and we need to give it a bath.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, let's
Or
go,
we
team.
can fill it with water from the pool. Just fill the cup.
Oh, guys,
So
all right.
water skin.
Let's
get some water.
Wait, I got this. Let's go.
All right.
I have a thought. All right.
Should we get some of the water?
The water's there.
No, yeah.
You have to get there
Yeah.
first.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
my
Okay, so on
thought
the way.
is, so like we gotta get there first. So while we're on the way, here's my thought. I'll take a water skin. I'll sneak in, fill up the water skin with the, water from the pool. Give that water skin to Wave. Wave can use shape water to put it in the cup.
Won't they see a tantrum of water going into the cup?
Well, I'm assuming this is going to be in the middle of a battle where we're trying to beat the shit out of people and
Reasonable.
also distract them with fists and knives
And fire!
and fire. So yeah, in that, I feel like that would be a good time.
I'm going in the pool. I'm going all the way in. I'm gonna be silver.
So you're going from platinum to silver?
White
Make up your
to
white,
silver.
whatever. Make up your mind, Chris.
Yeah.
Make up your mind what color you want to be.
Actually, that's going to be super badass because he's going to change in the moonlight. Because it only works in the
It
moonlight.
only works at night for a
Yeah.
month.
For a month. That's awesome.
Oh, that sounds actually really cool.
All right, so let's get there. But may we, in the real world, take a break?
Yes,
Take a
that
break.
was the plan.
That's what I was thinking.
Coffee.
That was the plan.
Phew!
So thank you, Internet, for coming along on this trip thus far. The party will arrive at the altar of the moon when we return.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I was having so much fun and was so engrossed in the story that I forgot we were streaming and I haven't even looked at the chat.
That's fine. That's what I've been trying to encourage this whole time.
Look at me go!
Is that the chat is only here for me, not for you.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
No, I mean it's there for everybody, but more importantly, the game is here for you guys. I'll focus on the chat because I have plenty of downtime when you guys squabble over ideas for half an hour.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of our thing.
yeah, no, I know, which gives me plenty of time. That's just why I'm able to interact with the chat because it takes you guys time to figure things out.
Fair.
So we will be right back. By the way, folks, there is a giveaway still going on.
Ooh.
Can you just type !! Giveaway in the
What's
chat?
the giveaway?
The giveaway is a whole bunch of stuff from Jetpack 7, Legendary Dragons, Gods and Goddesses Redux, Masters and Minions. That ends next week, and I'm actually going to be launching probably later tonight a new giveaway.
It says that the giveaway ends January 15th.
Whoops. That's dumb. You know what? I didn't change that giveaway. There is another one that comes up off. I don't know why that didn't happen, but either way, there is a giveaway. That's not supposed to be it, but there's a timer, I think, that comes up. Oh, you know why? Oh, that's why. I can't change it. Never mind. Well, there is a giveaway. Ignore that one.
Don't do this.
There's a different giveaway. I'll put the link in the chat. I can't believe I didn't update that. So anyway, there is a giveaway. It'll show up eventually. There's a giveaway that ends next week. You can find it in basically all of our channels. It's a Gleam giveaway for 20K. It's funny because that one ends on the 15th of December, which was for 10K subscribers, but this one's for 20K. But I'll also be doing a giveaway starting probably later tonight for a thing. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. What the hell is it? Hang on, I'm gonna find this real quick. Somewhere around here.
I'm
Really?
gonna go make more coffee. I'll see you guys in 15 or so minutes.
Cool.
All right. Well, I have the book, but I don't know where the hell it went.
What are you looking for?
Anyway, Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. Is that this
Oh, I didn't see it when I got in. It got down here.
What is
yeah,
it?
it's here somewhere. I
Explorer's
brought
Guide
it.
to Wildmount.
That's not the one that was over by your stuff, right?
Nope, that's what I just said.
Oh, I missed that. I was singing the Jeopardy.
Well, anyway,
Thing.
I don't have it here in front of me. I thought I did, but I'll be doing a giveaway of that probably starting tonight. So that book just came out, so be on the lookout for that. Where the fuck did I put that book? I don't know. Well, it might. You know what? It's probably sitting in the other room. But anyway, I'll be doing a giveaway of that. So if you want to see or enter that, you should do it when I make the giveaway go live. Anyway, let's have a brushing. So our party finds themselves at the altar of the moon. They have arrived. It is in the evening. It is time for this ritual to, well, hopefully be stopped by them. So you guys are going to be over here-ish
Okay.
by this water pool here.
All of them over there.
So that is where you guys will be set up, and I will describe the things to you here. So,
Thank you, Ben.
yeah, it's nearing, we'll say it's like 11, why do we want to say this? We'll say it's like 11:45.
Okay.
And this ritual will likely, as all good rituals go, finish complete at midnight.
Cool.
Or maybe even sooner, depending on how intense I want this to be. So, you see, you guys are approaching. You see a kind of glowy blue pool with 7 stars around it, kind of near these hinges. This perfectly circular pool is 10 feet in diameter. It shines like silver liquid pearl in the moonlight. The reflection of the moon and the little smaller moons around the outside shimmer majestically in the mystical water. 7 glowing star-shaped mosaics encircle the pool. So, it is a full moon. This pool is glowing. You would guess that this is Selene's reflection. The land is bathed in the light of the full moon. In the distance, fast-moving dark clouds gather. Flashes of lightning burst eerily in the sky. Immense standing stones glimmer in the moon's light as guttural chanting echoes ahead. Orcs shout Malar's name with increasing frenzy. They stand before a primitive structure obscured by 2 hemispheres of fog. From within the structure, a woman's voice cries out ritual words praising Malar, condemning Selene, and promising a blood sacrifice. So, to explain, this is basically an altar that's sort of raised up here, that section, and there is basically, for lack of a better, like that, and basically mimicked on top of that is another hemisphere of fog. Yeah, like sort of like that. And from somewhere within that Venn diagram of fog, you hear this woman's voice chanting.
Okay.
So, let's see what is going on. So it is dim light. So keep that in mind for your perception-based check. There is these spheres of fog. The kind of hinges that are there, they're 15 feet tall, 5 foot in diameter. It seems reasonable that one could climb atop them if they so wished. There is a sod wall. Yep, that's basically perfect. There's a sod wall, marks the exterior of that area. I guess it's actually my mistake. It's a complex, not a not like an outside thing.
So the altar stuff is inside?
Yeah, there's still fogs. It's inside. It is kind of a structure. There's still the rings of fog around the outside, and there is kind of like a 10-foot high sod wall around it, kind of as a barricade.
Gotcha.
And you can't see what if it's just open or not because you got fog in front of you. Let's see. Okay, that's what you can basically tell from here. Yeah, so that is basically that. Outside, kind of in the middle of these henge, you can see 8 of the black-toothed orcs that you are so familiar with. If you please.
Are they packed up or are they spread out?
They are, we'll say they're kind of spread. So yeah, you can see the kind of the fog wall, or sorry, the sod wall. They're gonna go like right here. So you can make out the corners of the wall based on where the fog rings are, and there is like a door kind of at the front of the wall, so you can see the door and the wall, but the fog obscures beyond it, so you don't actually know it's
What's
on the other
inside?
side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and I mean, there's no reason you couldn't flank if you so wish. Get a better idea. These orcs seemingly are sentries on guard, probably here to stop people from interrupting the ritual.
Can they see us?
Well, that's a good question.
Like, did they just let us like walk up to the pool?
I mean, maybe.
I did state before the break that I thought our plan should be I sneak ahead.
Yes,
to
I
them.
agree.
So if that was an option, that is what. Oz
Sure.
would like
Then
Why can't we
let's.
just sleet storm?
I mean, I could always just sneak into the pool.
Well,
So-
it's like you sneak into the pool,
Real
get in the
question
water,
is-
pass it.
Do we want to get the cup to the water, get the water to the cup?
Well, you don't see the cup at all.
Yeah, I feel like at this
Yes.
point, if we can get
Water to the cup.
then water to the cup is probably our easier bet.
So we can just go there as opposed to having to go there in the back. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but if we get all the way there, that should be easy. Should be.
Alright.
I'm
But-
just saying.
No, yeah, I
Say,
definitely
maybe
think.
we want to all have a water skin full of the water ourselves.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was gonna say we should give ourselves the best odds. So I feel like we should all get one, and then I can fireball and cause commotion out here, and you maybe
If I get a hold of the
can,
cup, I
sneak
can
sneaky
dimension door
in.
back.
So for lack I'm going to say that these discussions,
and invisibility.
you guys have kind of arrived. You sized up the scene. You're not right at the pool,
Okay.
as it were, but you're having these discussions in game
This is
quietly.
the same day?
Same day.
Yeah.
It's that evening. You'll see as you guys are continuing to discuss what the plan is, those clouds begin to roll in more.
Mm-hmm.
It gets more and more ominous. There is thunder. There is lightning arcing through those.
I think we're running out of time.
It seems as though things are beginning to reach ahead at this
Alright,
point.
well,
So I don't know what if you guys
Fireball?
want to do any plans ahead of time or things you'd like to.
I want to sleet storm, try and stop the ritual, maybe.
Well, you can't see
We
into
can't
there,
see
so you
what
don't
the
know
ritual
what's
is.
going on in
Yeah.
there.
And it seems like
Do I
there's
hear
a building,
chanting from
so
there?
that
You hear
stops
chanting,
the
yeah.
storm.
but we can't
Yeah.
see.
They're also inside of a structure.
But it's it's like
Is
a
it an open
controlled
top?
area. It's a
What?
20,
Is it an open top
It's a
area?
20 by
'Cause you said it
40,
had the sod wall.
cylinder.
You see this? There is the
So
sod
I just
wall.
place
There's a
that
door in
cylinder
front of the sod
into
wall,
the
and then
structure.
basically you've got
Not
Sorry.
if the cylinder is taller.
yeah, and
than
you
the
basically
structure
have
that
those
hits
fog
the
clouds,
top.
so you
You
can
were
see
not
the
sure
wall,
what's
so you
going
don't
on.
know what's
Okay.
inside. It could be a building. It could be
Just
like a ziggurat. It could
Yeah.
be. You basically
Okay.
We don't
seems
know.
like the fog clouds are there for
Yeah.
a reason. Maybe
Yeah.
if you go around back, sneak around there, but you're not sure how much time you have.
Does the fog seem magical? Yes.
Well, it's very rare that there are spherical shaped fog in some form of a cloud over top of one another. One could
That
argue
makes sense.
that might be magical. It
Okay.
seems to be staying there.
Real quick.
Yes.
Does anyone have gust of wind or any spells like that?
I have. More
You-
spells than I ever had.
Yeah, I don't know. You all got magic shit.
No.
No. All right. So this is Oz's suggested plan. Either we fireball and kill everyone, and then
that's
rush.
my plan.
Yeah, fireball, try and kill all the orcs, and then rush into the
Ceremony.
The ceremony, rushing headlong into a unknown danger in those fog clouds. I could try and sneak up, get us all water, maybe silver some weapons before we do that. 3, we start off with... actually, 3 would be part of 1. So 1A is, as we all run in, we try and dip our weapons in the pool as we go.
I'm going straight through the pool. I want to be covered.
I could try and entangle the orcs
My
too
armor's
this
weapon.
one time.
Yeah.
Well, okay. My move is gonna
I'll
just
do
be a
that.
big fireball,
All right.
and then hopefully they'll be distracted or killed, so we could just let water and then go in.
Sure. You guys good with
So
that?
why don't... That sounds like a great idea.
So I'm fireballing,
And entangling.
Let her fireball first,
so I don't burn the
so you don't
entanglement.
burn up the vines.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh wait,
I'm going
or
straight
Or they
into
magic
that pool.
vines.
oh wait. I have they are magical vines, but I just had a different thought, which is maybe entangle will give them disadvantage on the dex save.
Oh. Yeah.
They have to make a strength save. Or they
No, the
become
dex save.
restrained.
Right, but we're saying if that will give
Or
them
the
disadvantage for the dex
race.
save for the fire.
Yeah, if
Right.
them being restrained, that's what I'm checking.
Right.
Actually, Ted, can you check since you have easier access? If restraint gives them disadvantage on dex saves.
They automatically disadvantage on dex.
Okay. So yeah, that's not a bad idea.
So I
Does
take
entangle restrain? I think it does.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, they're orcs, so they're probably gonna have decent strength, but you also have really good wisdom, so it could go
Yeah.
either way.
and then or
Shit.
Some's
No,
better
never
than
mind.
none.
What's fuck. I just thought of a really good question that I forgot to ask.
Was this like the one you forgot to ask from before?
Ready?
No, that was a different one that
can
I
I
forgot to ask.
can I fire? Can we go?
Well, here's what
A
I'm
good
gonna.
plan now is better than a perfect plan later.
On
I'm gonna
my signal.
try and sneak into the pool.
On
All
my
right.
signal.
Well, here's what I'm gonna.
Am I
Here's what I'm gonna tell you guys.
Yeah, let Ted talk first.
Yeah.
There is a set amount of time before the ritual goes off. So I know what that is. You guys don't know how long you have.
Mhm.
So what I'm gonna suggest, and this is something new that I'm gonna be trying. I was gonna try to roll this out with campaign 2, but I'm gonna try it now. So this is how I'm supposed to be doing it the whole time, and I keep forgetting. So I'm gonna have everybody roll for initiative. So everybody roll. Tell me what you get.
Natural 20.
Which means
22.
22, 6 for Wave,
15.
15 for Rick,
18.
18. All right. So, what I'm going to do, and this is what I've been meaning to do because it's way more fun for everybody, mostly me, but for everybody, is I'm not going to tell you up front where the enemies go. When the enemies go, I will put their marker on the board.
Okay.
But right now, I will allow you to, let's see, there's 2 rules, and I'll give you guys the option. At the start of combat, before anything is done, you can swap either one of these 2 rules, and we're going to decide this is the way it is going forward. You can swap initiative with another party member, or you can lower your initiative to 1 point lower than an ally.
Okay.
Before you know, now the numbers are still what the numbers are.
Yeah.
So Wave is still a 6. So you could say, I want to make mine a 5 and go here.
Okay.
But
or
you
I
don't
can-
know what the enemies are.
Yeah.
So
or I
em-
could swap with Wave.
Whichever one you want it to be. You either, I'm going to give you the option to allow you to swap with a party member or allow you to lower it below a party member. You pick which one you want it to be. Yes.
Oh, no, wait, never mind.
I think
And then we'll
swap.
make that swap. Okay. So
What do
that's
you
the
guys think?
rule.
Yeah?
Yeah? Everybody good with that?
One.
Cool.
Okay. So you can swap initiatives with, and this is for every combat going forward, you can swap on the first turn before anybody goes. You now have the option, knowing this is the placement, 22 to 6, 18, 15. You guys can swap initiatives, but you don't know where the enemies are yet because you don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
So if anybody wants to swap now,
I swap with Ember.
you have to.
Ember.
if
swaps
Ember
with
wants-
Oz.
You gotta. I mean,
What
swap.
was yours?
Swap
We
is
roll with
a.
that.
Mine was an 18.
Swap means
Okay.
Yeah.
a swap.
Yeah, we can do a series of swaps. We'd
Yeah,
have
like
to do
you
one
switch with
swap.
her, But you have to make that call. Now, you don't have to, obviously. You can keep it as it is.
Yeah.
But obviously, we all know in some of these fights, like, man, it would be really great if you went after me.
Yeah.
So if we just swapped...
Like Entangle and Fireball.
Okay,
Whatever.
so what if
Yeah, but if
I
we
swap
swap,
with Ember
Rick swaps
and
with Ember.
swap with Wave?
or do we get one party swap? Or is it each character gets a swap?
Well, that's a good point. Let's decide. What do we think? Let's keep these back where they were.
And also, do we get
It's just the difference between one or two
surprise round
swaps.
here?
Well, you wouldn't know. But the way it always works with surprise is everybody has initiative anyway.
Yeah.
So then they just don't act on the surprise round. Certain people, also something that I feel like I always forget is some people can be surprised while other people aren't.
Yeah.
So like the people doing the ritual might be surprised because they're focused on that.
Uh-huh.
But the guards that are on guard
We'll see it.
they're not surprised because they're waiting for something to happen. That's their whole purpose.
Okay.
They can't be surprised if they're anticipating combat.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So,
if that makes sense.
it does, to me at least. So what I think, so what I would say is moving forward. It's really just the difference between one swap or two because there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
So I feel like doing 2 isn't. It gives us a little more room to do fun stuff.
Yeah.
So that's my perspective on that. And for right now, for this combat, I would say leave it like that because they're not going to be surprised. They're on guard. So let's get Ember the fireball in definitely, and then they might go after her and then disperse. So then swapping with Wave would be just kind of a moot point. But also,
I want to get my big old AOE thing in there before
Yeah.
everybody goes rushing in, and I might hit you guys.
you know what? I lied. Wave, you want to swap? That way, someone can get within melee range before I go, and maybe I could just throw some shot.
For sure.
So, it's a little late. It's 74 episodes into the campaign to decide this, but I think it's a fun thing that will allow for more shenanigans going forward. And again, there's always like the concept of like, man, it's always good for the cleric to go last because they can heal. But, if again, the scenario like, man, it'd be really great if the barbarian goes before the rogue so he can run in and tank the hits, and then I have sneak attack. So, something to consider.
Cool.
Okay.
I like it.
So, that is your guys' current order. Now, I'm going to roll for the enemies.
I'm pumped for this, guys. You ready?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Hell yeah.
Good. Let's fucking do this, guys.
R-E-A-D-Y. That spells move.
What?
That's a stand reference.
It's a what?
It's a reference to the stand.
The stand?
The book by Stephen King.
Nerd.
It's okay. Shut up. You shut up. Not every time. It doesn't work well every time.
All right. So, Ember,
Yeah.
you're up. Or Wildfire, rather.
Alright. Mantle flame.
Okay, bonus action.
And then fireball.
So, you guys were coming up from this side. Is that where you are positioned?
Yes.
Okay.
So the pool is in between us, so the melee guys can run and
Do the thing.
do a dip and slip, as I'm gonna call it.
Sure.
Nice.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you want full roll in there first.
Well, you mean you gotta roll it anyway, right? So,
Oh!
Much better.
Kinda. Still not a great roll overall.
I mean, those 3 dice went from
No, well, yeah.
3 to an 11.
okay. Let me know what you got.
20. $42.
Okay, 42. All right. So, let's see. Because let's see. So that'll be that. I'm gonna say roughly half of them fail and half of them succeed.
Cool.
So that should be easy for me to track, hopefully. And I'm gonna. What the hell? It's a night for new things. So you know what? I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
All right.
So that was
Question.
your action, your bonus action. Did you roll your d20 to see?
I did not. But I was wondering, with Hamish's fire weapon, like breath weapon, he used it the last time. Do I have to roll to see if it recharges this time, or does it like?
No, it's been long enough. So
Okay.
realistically, you would have.
Okay. So fire table. Ooh, it's the same number as it, so I'm assuming it goes off.
You're saying it goes off?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes off.
Yeah.
Yep.
It sounds like way more fun.
So I roll a percentile.
Yes, you do. All right. Let's see what happens.
20.
20. Okay.
That's dangerous.
All right. Well, it's useless.
Yeah.
But flames wreathe all around you, lighting up the area.
Oh, great! More fire.
And you have full hit points?
No,
No.
I didn't have full hit points
No.
in the last battle.
Yeah, we took some damage.
You gained 12 hit points.
Oh, sweet! Back up to max.
Nice.
It was 3d10 hit points. Just so you know. You are wreathed in healing flames and immediately gain 3d10 hit points.
Nice.
Okay.
Badass.
Yes.
Hey, can Hamish like ready his fire breath for in case or like they come close to us, like getting within range of his fire breath?
You can. Sure.
Because I don't know if I want to send him in there alone.
I
He
think
could
that's smart.
die.
I think that's a smart idea.
So he's gonna be ready to go
Okay.
should any of them try to come near us.
That is fair.
Don't forget that Harrison's
Hamish,
on
on
us.
guard.
Harrison.
And that is not true.
Okay. Then. Okay. You hear more chanting from inside the thing. Wave. It is your turn.
I'm gonna move up to around the well.
Okay. You move up to around the well.
I'm gonna dip Veilguard's glory in it,
You do so.
and then I am going to attack, but I'm gonna do a thunder wave.
Okay. So you gotta get within 20 feet of them.
Do you want to stay 20 feet away?
Yeah, please.
All right. So, yeah, this gets you. You could get like a couple of them. It's a 10-foot cube.
15 foot, I think.
You need a foot cube.
10 foot.
10
Pretty
foot?
sure it's 10
10
foot.
foot cube.
Okay.
All right. So you can get 4 if you hit if you cast it like here.
Yeah.
You get these 2 and these
Sure.
2.
Roll the 12 for damage. They gotta make a save.
What was it? Just 2,
17's the
right?
save.
It was 4 because they're
Yep.
10-foot cube, right?
Yep. Okay, so half and half. You said 12?
Yep.
Alright. So that's gonna be.
No, 15 foot cube.
Oh, it is 15 foot.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
And that was a con save?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, by the way they are set up, you could hit all of them except one.
Okay.
Cool.
Good call, Pat. Knowing your goddamn role.
Woo!
I'll look it up.
I wish we had
I mean,
better
that.
music.
Yeah, that's good job looking it up. That was that. We
What
got
did
2
you
more
say,
people.
Wish?
I said I wish we had battle music.
Well, I mean.
Jake.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we did too.
It'd be more cinematic.
Whoa.
Come on,
Yeah.
Jake, get on it.
Beautiful.
Well
All
done,
right.
Pat.
Alright, Pat, because I'm gonna add this thing in now, because I feel like this should make things slightly easier for me to remember. This is a thing I've seen implemented in other campaigns. The one guy who didn't get hit, right? There's one guy who didn't take damage from your Thunder Wave.
They get pushed back too, don't they?
If they fail, yeah. So,
Any of them get pushed back into the Stonehenge and take a couple bludgeoning damage?
nope.
Or into each other.
But I appreciate your
Run back into the person behind you,
On that.
sword.
So the one guy described to me, since this is also for Jake, who can't really technically see all the combat, although I guess he can a little bit.
Mhm.
Give me something unique and interesting about the one guy who described me. Something about that guy who's what makes him stand out from everybody else.
Okay, so while this whole thunder wave is happening, I crack it out like a whip and boom, the thunder shoots out, and all of them they try and withstand it, but everyone except for the one guy gets pushed back a little bit, but like as a pack, like it's just a blast of a wave, and so he's just like left there in the front, and he just makes like an orc grunt, like pussies.
May I ask a question based on your question?
Yes.
Is it something visually so we can tell him apart from the rest, or is it like
I
an
really
effect
appreciate all of the
that happened to? Because the other way to look at it is, what is an effect that happened to the rest of them that didn't?
Yes, no, that was purely. So this is
okay. Cool.
So yes, that fantastic description.
Lovely.
Not what I was asking, but great. Okay. So I'm going to call this.
Basically, he was just saying, make up something about that one that wasn't in your range.
He has blue hair.
Yeah, like just make up something so we can tell him apart from the rest.
Yeah, he's more of a brute. He's just
muscle guy.
built
Muscle,
a little stockier
bodybuilder.
than the rest of
Got
them.
He's just standing over there flexing.
No, he has brute cologne on.
Oh, I
so
see.
he smells different from everyone else.
I see. Interesting. Okay.
But Pat, I really like that description.
No, that was fantastic.
You should do that more too.
You should also do that. Yeah. All right. So that was your action.
Yeah.
What else?
Bonus action.
You already did chill play.
That whole thing with the thunder wave, that's casting thunder wave from my
That's an
weapon.
action. Yeah. Yep.
It's not like I can now
Good
no,
thought.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Good
no,
thought.
and
I
it's
know what
only
you're
a
saying.
cantrip at this point anyway.
Yeah.
Or a surge of action.
Yeah, but then I can just
I was gonna say hit 3 of them.
true. I'll action surge and try and hit 3 of them.
Okay.
What's the distance on Velgard's
It's
Glory?
silver.
20.
20
Cool.
feet.
Yes, with his
And
silvered
it's
weapon.
silvered 15.
Oh, to hit?
Yep.
AC is 18.
23.
That will hit.
And a 20 not natural.
Okay.
22 points for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That hits. And the second one will do 17 points. And I want to hit the guy that didn't get blown back. And I want to swing for his kneecap on the first hit and then hit him in the jaw on the second one.
All right, yeah. With the vulnerability that he has to silver weapons, you just completely obliterate stocky muscle guy.
Is he dead?
He is dead. Rick,
Bye.
you are up.
Cool. How deep is the pool?
10 feet deep. 5 feet deep.
That's good. That seems like the right amount for me. Alright, Rick wants to get Storm Herald in his hand, just run right through the pool, so that his, all of his adamantine armor is completely covered in the water.
Okay.
Alright, and he wants to close the distance with these first group of archetypes.
Okay, sure. You do.
And then, bonus action rage.
Okay.
Ow! And then, reckless attack, great weapon fighter.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna roll for my
So
attacks.
this guy that you're attacking, Rick, why don't you give me something about this guy?
Alright, yeah, so here I am, I'm moving up. This guy is currently covered in the blood and viscera of muscle guy. He actually has one of his teeth right on his cheek, and it's like slowly dripping down his face.
So tooth cheek.
Tooth
Tooth
guy.
cheek.
Tooth guy.
Yep, tooth guy, got it.
Yeah. That's not going to be his problem for long, because I'm going to. I have to do extra math now with all this stuff. So I'm going to roll a 15 plus 7 now with my addition. So that is a 22, which hits. And I will do 7 plus 17 damage, which is 24.
Okay, to tooth guy, 24 damage to tooth guy?
Yep.
All right. Tooth guy is he's still alive.
Even though he's vulnerable?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He does 24
And
damage, right?
Fire?
24, that was the first attack, yeah.
Okay. For the first attack, he's still alive.
Cool. I will roll second attack. Alright, cool. Natural 20.
Nice.
With that, so that is quite good.
Nice.
Brutal critical. I only get 1 with my brutal critical still, right? Or do I get 2 now?
He's got
No,
6
just
hit
one-
points,
just
so
one
give me the
additional.
description.
Yeah, I just checked it. Alright, so that is 3d12 plus 2d6 plus 17. So that's 24 plus 17 is
Way overkilling.
41.
Yeah.
41 points of damage.
Yeah, no, he's gone.
He had 6 hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good. So, yeah, I'm gonna just straight cleave this guy, right through the other guy's tooth. I'm gonna chop the other guy's tooth in half
All right.
and carry that through.
Tooth guy is dead.
And I would attack again, but I already used my bonus action to rage.
Yes, you did. All right. So now it is. It is Harrison's turn. So Harrison
I'm assuming you're like here.
is
Yeah,
going
around me.
to
Put English by me.
move up.
There we go.
And what's Harrison gonna do? Let's find out.
Is he moving up to the frame right next to Rick?
No, he's gonna stay a little bit back. He's gonna
Is he gonna
stay.
dip his harpoon thingy?
He is. He's gonna. He's got 10-foot range on his harpoon.
Cool.
So he's gonna jab out with harpoon, as it's in D&D Beyond here. And he's gonna get a 23.
Nice.
So that's gonna hit, and it's gonna deal a D10 plus a D6 lightning damage.
54.
It's gonna deal 16
Mine's at
points
7.
of. Oh, he's gonna dip his thing too.
Yeah.
So he's gonna take out the one of the guys. This guy, he's got Mohawk. He's dead. Mohawk's dead.
Mohawk guy's gone.
Mohawk guy's gone, and he's
Aw,
going
Mohawk
to
guy.
attempt to stab one-eyed guy.
One-eyed Willie?
One-eyed Willie. Here we go against one-eyed Willie. Rerolls 1s or 2s. 12 points of, which is actually 24 points. One-eyed Willie also gone. Then Garby's gonna dip his tail in the thing. And One-eyed Willie's gonna bring his tail down on,
One-eyed Willie's gonna bring his tail down?
no, did I say One-eyed Willie?
Yeah.
Well, you know, One-eyed Willie's tail, he was a
He
weird
fell
orc.
on as he fell. His tail.
Anyway, Garby's gonna attack the guy that's got he's got orange eyes, old orange eyes over there. Natural 20 for Garby.
Oh,
Yay,
Garby!
Garby!
Garby's gonna roll 12d6 damage.
Woo.
Garby's gonna kill this guy because that's a lot of silver damage.
Good
And that-
job, Gardy.
That'll be his turn. Then it's gonna be the orc's turn.
All 3 of them.
Is it only 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess they took out those 2. Yep, all 3 of them. Yep. So, they are gonna go for. They're all gonna pull out. One of them's gonna disengage. And he's gonna run over to Ember's face.
What? How much can they move?
They can move extra because they have aggressive, and they get to move extra movement as bonus action.
They're passing.
Oh,
Sorry, what were you
They
gonna say?
run.
Well, I was gonna say, are they running
half
past?
Disengaged as an action, then their
What
movement.
about Hamish?
that's what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Well, I was gonna say because they were over here engaged with these guys, and he was still far away, so I didn't know if as he was running.
No, disengage is
It's
just
on
like
everything?
your
Okay.
movement doesn't trigger.
Gotcha. But Hamish's action does. Oh, Hamish. 17.
Well, he is still alive,
Boo.
so he's gonna get in your Jim Jam, but that's what he does. Then the other ones are gonna pull out longbows and they're gonna shoot you.
Ah!
With pack tactics.
Ah! They don't want to do that.
No, they do.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Turns out the monsters know what they're doing.
That's reasonable.
That is gonna be a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
So for his first attack, you're gonna take, holy Jesus, 18 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh.
And the second attack,
And a d4 fire damage. He takes it. Because you're manifold flame.
Oh, no, that's a
This
is
different guy.
range.
Sorry.
Yeah. How much did you say? 18?
18 points, followed by another 7 points from the second shot. Then the other guy's gonna shoot you twice more.
Okay.
Now, these are regular rolls because we're within 5 feet of these guys?
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
We killed all the guys within
Yeah, within 5
Yo.
feet.
Yep.
So that's going to be another 13 points. And then last guy, fishing for that natural 20, and we ain't going to get it. 21. So he's going to deal 15 points of piercing damage. As they're just shooting arrows at you. That is their turn. Us. It is your turn.
Oh,
Well, ow.
sure. I'm going to take a couple steps over.
Sure.
And what I'm realizing about Oz right now is I don't have weapons that stick around.
Nope.
They vanish, but I do have the warp blade. So
the arrows
Could
technically
you-
from
I don't have a regular crossbow. I only have the arc thrower, which shoots lightning.
That's
Could
true,
you
yeah.
go in the pool, use your belt, pull the daggers, and throw it through the water, like skim through the water, and then throw it?
I was just gonna dip the warp blade, but I like your idea too. So I dip the warp blade.
Yep.
And then I am going to. Oh fuck! Oh no! Shit! The warp blade is the one. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna pull out a dagger from the belt of daggers.
Yeah.
Dip it.
Yeah, throw it.
I'm not gonna throw it though.
Oh, okay.
I am going to, because I forgot. So cards on the table. I have been wrong about Booming Blade and Green Flame Blade this entire campaign. I had it in my head that it was a bonus action to cast the spell, and the
No,
attack
it's an
was
action,
different.
yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah.
So I've been playing Oz, I've been nerfing Oz in my brain because I'm dumb. So pull out that. Dip a little dippy do, and then I'm gonna run up and I'm going to Booming Blade this feller right by Ember.
Okay.
But after Owl Cacao. So that's a natural 1 that I re-roll, but it was a 19. So 19 on the roll.
Sure.
And it's the same damage for initially as a Green Flame Blade. So 2d8.
At this point at 11, I think so, but it might be 3d8 on the jump.
Yeah, I think it's 3d8 on the.
Yeah, so it's
or not.
it's-
Yeah.
No, it's 2d8 at this point. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So 2d8 and. Does the sneak attack damage count as weapon damage?
Yes.
All right, so it's 8 thunder damage, and woof, 21, 28 silver damage.
Okay. Yeah. So it just blows through this guy at 16 hit points. So okay, that was your action, I think.
That
Everything?
was my action, and then I am going to bonus action hide.
Okay. Duck
Somewhere,
down in the pool.
26.
Okay. All right. So,
Ooh, but I'm going to use my movement to try and close some of the gaps. So let's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, cool. So with my movement speed, I can hide behind one of the pillars and get closer.
Mhm.
So that's what I try to do.
okay.
Because I know that eventually we got to get in there.
All right. So, it seems as though your sounds of combat have at least alerted some. You hear sounds coming from inside the fog.
Question.
Yes.
Did my fireball affect the fog at all?
No.
Okay.
It just.
Okay.
is there. You need wind, specifically as defined by the spell, or increased wind, which is something you notice that these clouds are blowing in and blocking out the moon, and this thunderstorm is coming in, but the wind doesn't move the fog cloud. It's just like they're blowing in mostly to be ominous and also to not hamper the bad guys. So it is now round 2. Whatever that means for you guys. We'll see however long until the ritual completes.
Oh.
Wildfire, you are up.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Firebolt at this guy.
Sure.
$26.
That will hit. I really don't like the music on this website. I wish I had some really good custom music to use, but I don't have any.
Is that
It's a 1.
Okay. Aha. Alright. 28
28 fire damage.
on that guy.
Alright, go ahead and roll your...
I'm good. Doesn't go off.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna tell Hamish to go attack that guy.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna tell him on his way through to go through the pool and just like so that his teeth get silvered. Like a grill.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to think about a hellhound sticking her face in the water, but whatever, sure. You know, your arguments are so well mannered and
I know, right? No, he was with us in the cave, so Selene would be, benevolent towards him.
Yeah, the demon hell spawn, sure.
He's fighting for good. He is trying to change his ways, alright?
Uh-huh, sure, yep.
He is bound to fight for good.
Exactly.
Whether he likes it or not.
Yeah.
And I want him to go attack the same guy that I was attacking.
Spoiler alert, he doesn't. But anyway,
and he's gonna get a 24 to hit.
the same guy you were attacking, you said?
Mm-hmm. 13.
Okay.
Still up.
Jake special.
Nah!
Yes?
I already cast the spell as an action, so I can't do another one as a bonus action, can I?
You can.
I always forget this. Like the rules on this.
If
No,
you
you
want
cast
to.
a cantrip.
I cast a cantrip as an action.
So you can cast a spell as a bonus action.
If you make it a bonus action.
Yes, if you have any bonus action spells.
Or you can bonus action another cantrip if you wanted to.
Yeah. A bonus action, another cantrip.
Okay. With still one sorcery point left.
Yeah. I'll firebolt him again.
Okay, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Actually,
I
can I use Create Bonfire instead?
Sure. It's a thing. Yeah.
That way it has to make a roll and I don't.
Sure. You know it takes no damage if I succeed.
I mean, it takes no damage.
It takes no
if he
damage if
misses.
I miss.
That's up to you. Personal preference to me. I don't.
I'll hit it.
Well, let's see.
I'm gonna try. Or, well,
What do you got?
You magic missile. Magic missile.
I could magic
mission.
missile.
You know he has 1 hit point, and then you could send the other one to the other guy.
Alright, I'll magic missile.
Okay.
Cool.
So he dies.
Cool. And then 2 more of the magic missiles go at that guy.
Yep.
No, they automatically hit. Just
Oh,
roll
they
the damage.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Just roll a d4.
1.
So then he takes 4 points of damage.
Did it.
Okay.
Crushed it.
Alright, then wait.
How does he look?
Like he did well against the fireball.
Alright, then I'm gonna run up and I am gonna hit him 3 times.
You're gonna try.
But I'm gonna make it a little fancy. I'm gonna run up to him and I'm gonna feint.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna back hammer fist and then hit the button. So it momentum comes around and smacks him in the head.
Yeah.
And I rolled an 18. Yeah, I rolled an 18.
Yep.
And I did 15 points of damage.
Okay.
7 points of thunder damage, 8 points of regular.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that bumps up because the
Well, the thunder is thunder. The weapon is the silver. So yeah, it is separate.
silver gets
The-
bumped up.
Yeah, silver gets doubled, but the
Double. Okay,
yeah.
so 16 for the silver.
Yep.
Still up.
Oh yeah.
21 to hit.
That hits.
19 points of damage. 6 of that is thunder. 13 of that is silver.
That'll do it.
Alright.
So yeah,
Bam! Dead!
that guy's down.
Whew!
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
I guess I will wade into the fog.
Okay, you're gonna move
Wave
all.
into the fog.
Oh!
Well, do we all? We
Well, you're still in combat, so this is his move
Oh, but all the guys are dead. That
Yeah.
we know of, at least.
That we know of.
that
That's
you know
reasonable.
of.
Yeah.
That's
And
reasonable.
as I stated at the start, there's a certain number of rounds that happen because we're talking seconds, and then
Yeah,
the ritual
yeah.
happens, and
Yeah.
then you guys fight.
Okay.
So you move up into the fog, and as you get to the middle of the sod wall, there is a set of double doors in the wall.
Okay. What do they look like? Just double doors?
Wooden double doors. It's the wall is made out of like it's sod, so it's not like they're gonna be. You may be able to just kick these things in. They seem to be shut. They might not be locked. You don't know. You still have one extra attack that you didn't use, that you could use if you
I'm
want.
going to attack the door.
Okay.
With a 29 natural.
Yep.
Dealing 13 points of damage, 2 thunder, 11.
Right, yeah,
silver, or
we'll say you-
silver.
You blow the door. Well, the silver doesn't matter against the door. You blow the door off its hinges. It shatters, and now you can see fog because there's a double fog cloud inside the door.
I think that would do it for my turn because I'm out of.
You got a movement. All right, yeah. So now you can see
Spell magic.
in front of you fog.
Don't you? Don't you have Dispel Magic?
He's
Yeah,
only got it
but
once.
there's-
He doesn't want to use it.
Well, no, I'm fine using it, but there's 2 things of fog. I get
I
rid of half of it.
counterspell.
That's not.
I know.
Alright. I can get rid of one of them. Or I can attempt to get rid of one of them.
Rick?
Yeah, alright, cool. I run in to the fog, 25 feet.
Okay. You are into the fog. You are in the fog.
Cool. I use my bonus action to dash in.
Okay.
Better.
Because you're raging. Yeah. It is.
I-
It is heavily obscured in here, so you're effectively blind.
Okay.
Just so you're aware.
Do I
Um,
hear anything?
Yeah, you can make me a
Fog.
perception check. Make me a perception check.
I'll get rid of one, you get rid of one.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah,
You wanna
24.
Until
Okay, you
I
hear,
try mine and see how much
um,
my fog I can get rid of.
above
It's
you,
only a 30-foot cube.
Seemingly. Let's see. Sounds like a distance, several feet above you, you hear a female voice chanting. And you hear movement of there is other people, seemingly the ones casting the fog, and potentially somebody else, but you don't know exactly where they are.
Okay, cool. I know they're generally in front of me.
They're generally kind of. One is generally in front of you, it sounds like, and the other two are generally to the sides.
Okay, cool. How big? Do I have an idea of how big this area is?
You do not. You know, because you inherently now can cast Fog Cloud once. That is a 20-foot radius sphere, and these two are overlapped on one another. So,
Okay.
roughly at least 40 feet is the interior fogged area. So it's got to be at least that wide.
Cool. Alright. So I move up to the middle figure,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna move to their side, and then I'm gonna cast to the left. So, like, hitting this middle figure and the figure beyond, hopefully, with, from my axe, I am planning on casting Storm Surge.
Okay. So they got to make a.
20-foot cone,
Sure.
So I'm hoping that I can hit the middle figure and one of these other figures just kind of like, it out.
Nice.
Okay. And they gotta make dex saves, right? DC 15?
Correct.
Okay. One is gonna fail, one is gonna pass. We'll say the guy that's up close fails because you're right on top of him. The other one will succeed. So go ahead and roll your damage. This is
Okay, so
really
that would be
little on the epic side
16
here.
points.
How much was it? Sorry.
16 points.
16 points. Okay.
Now I am within melee range of this middle figure.
Yes, you are.
His turn again? Because I think you just cast Fog Cloud again.
With the guy inside.
Which now you know.
I have to get there. If I can see them.
Is that? Oh, these guys are gone. Is their turn because that's where they were in the
If I can
initiative
see
order.
them, then yeah.
So you hit this guy. Knows you're clearly here. Heard you come in
Yes.
and then felt the lightning that you cast on
Where's my movement?
him.
Fair.
So
Can he maintain concentration on the fog cloud?
let's see.
Ooh.
Well, the one guy did, but the guy you hit was not concentrating. It's you've posited possibly that the outer two guys are casting it. This guy, he's just hanging out.
Ah,
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
it is.
And you feel, Rick, this intense heat overcoming you. I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Do I see this?
You don't, because you can't see anything because you're blind.
Is it my armor?
What?
Okay.
No.
4.
A 4?
Oh yeah, I don't have advantage.
Yeah, that's fair.
You want to use a charge?
You do have
I don't know, how many do I have?
3.
Oz has 1,000.
That's 4 that seems fair. No, I don't. If I don't have advantage on this, I'm not gonna roll good.
That's fair.
All right.
Hopefully, this is just heat metal.
It's not.
Because that would be a con save.
Yeah.
That would make more sense. Alright, what am I getting?
Hang on.
He's doing math.
30.
I hate math.
You're gonna take 36 points of combination fire radiant damage, and you guys watch from in there. You hear this, you feel this blast of heat, and then extending 20 feet above the fog cloud, you see a tornado of fire,
Oh.
and then it disappears.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Well, that's unexpected.
So, wait, so there's the guys inside, and then there's a female chanting above?
You don't know. You're not there. You hear a female chanting,
That's it.
and you just saw a column of fire.
Yeah.
You didn't hear an interruption in the chanting,
Alright.
but a column of fire
Damn it.
came from the middle
Alright.
somewhere. So then, Rick, you will hear. Let's see. Oh, that's smart. Does that have concentration? That's a smart thing to do. Let me just check on this. Okay. Then you hear like a shimmering on either side of you, as though 2 spells were cast. And that's it. Because it doesn't activate till for the first time on a turn. For the first time on a turn. But no, that doesn't count. It won't count till next turn. The way it works. Okay, then it's Harrison's turn. And he looks at the rest of you after last time and he says, So we're just going in the fog then, right? Is that the plan?
I guess.
Seems
I'm not
like.
that's what they did, so I'm assuming we shouldn't leave them high and dry.
All right. Cool.
So,
So him and Garby
Godspeed.
make their way into the fog,
good luck.
and then
Things happen.
yeah, some stuff happens. You hear and a swish, and you hear like of like lightning, and you don't know what happens. Stuff
All right.
happens. Then Oz, it is your turn.
All right, I am going to attempt to use my gift from Selune to cast a spell magic on one of the fog clouds.
The left one or the right one?
Oh, it's left is closer to me, and Oz is selfish a little bit. So he's going to attempt to dispel magic the left fog cloud.
A little bit.
Left fog cloud is dispelled. You still do not see Rick, Harrison, Garby, central figure, right figure, but you do see left figure like hanging out, and he's like, "Damn!" But with black teeth, so it's more menacing. Yeah.
All right, then I am going to. So that was just my action.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
You still can't see what's. You can see, however, now that it is a rate like that. What you can see is there's the sod wall that's 10 feet high.
Okay.
And then it kind of it does step up almost like an like there are 1, 2, 3 like it sort of goes up in tiers, and they're vaguely square in nature. So you guess based on what you can see from the side of it that it's you don't see a staircase, but you guess that it's probably 30 feet up as the top of the top level, at least from what you can see. Maybe there's another middle level. And then each one is roughly, they kind of step down in size, and the outside ring that you're on, the outside sod wall is 20, 30, is probably about 80 feet, and then it's probably, there's like an interior walkway, and then in, so it's probably in about like 20 feet.
Okay.
So the top platform that you can guesstimate is maybe 40 feet by 40 feet, and then maybe there's more, you don't know.
Okay. I would like to use my bonus action to dash, and then I want to use as much movement as I can to get as close to left guy as I can.
Okay. So which way are you? So remember, there is a sod wall with a broken
Yeah.
door, so you're going through the door?
Is the door in fog?
Half of it is.
Okay,
say.
then I will go through the door.
Okay.
The non-foggy bit.
As you go through the door, I would like you to make 2 dexterity saving throws.
All right. The first one is a 24.
Okay.
And the second one is a 22.
Okay, you take no damage.
All right.
As spectral figures flanking either side of the door swipe at you, and you just manage to.
I do like cool Matrix moves.
Sure. Right, and you make your way. So we'll say like left guy is like over-ish. Move him in a little bit in this way towards me, and a little out that way. Oh no, I guess that's the outside ring. We'll call it like right there.
Cool.
All right. I obviously drew that way too small, but that's fine. That is
You get the idea.
Oz's turn.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Back to the top of the round. That was everybody went. This is round number 3.
Alright.
Wildfire.
I can see this guy?
No, because there's a sod wall there.
Oh, he's behind the wall.
Yeah, well, the wall, yeah, so there's a 10-foot entrance to it, and half of it is in fog, if that makes sense.
Sure. Alright, well, I'll move up.
Okay, you move up and amount.
And I guess you saw that.
Sure. Well, those are just stone. You can go straight up.
Wait, what?
I said,
Circle.
yeah, so I guess I should, maybe this wasn't clear. So these are just, yeah, so like the door is like here,
Okay.
right? These are just outside, stones, so you could go straight in, but there's this outside wall here is 10 feet high.
Is there a ceiling on it?
No, it's open to the air.
Oh. So can deliver touch spells?
Yeah, where was Burb the entire time?
With me?
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Like, was it on your shoulder? Was it flying nearby?
Probably like over.
Alright, so then was presumably he's got whatever his
Because I'm
movement is.
thinking, like, can I have him deliver shock and grasp?
Potentially, but I
And
believe.
have him like fly up and over and go visit?
Well, you don't know what's in there. I think the way it works is it delivers a touch spell, but you still have to. Like,
Oh, okay. Alright,
to
well
see
then
what you're
I'm
looking
gonna
at, you know what I mean?
use my dash to like join the fray.
Okay, so you get into the door there. I need you to make 2 dexterity saving throws.
These bear eyes. A 10 and a 5.
You will take 40 points of radiant damage as these 2 creatures.
Can I use a chart?
I mean, I feel like the fact that I already told you what the
That's
damage was
reasonable.
takes away the need for the
That's
charge.
reasonable.
So yeah, 40 points of radiant damage as these 2 guardians of faith attack you.
Okay. So well now I'm in there.
You are, and you
And I
can
can
see.
Oh,
You can see middle guy, who Rick is nearby, and you can see left guy.
I can see middle guy and Rick and left guy.
Yeah. Now, Oz is by left guy, and you can see middle guy. And you can still hear the chanting continuing up top.
Alright.
Canning's coming from top.
The top, yes.
I'm debating whether I should heal myself or try. I'm just gonna try to attack.
Okay, who?
Both with scorching.
Okay, so you are using a sorcery points to do it as a bonus action. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna make it a. This level scorching ray?
Sure.
So that I get 6 rays.
Okay.
So, first one is a 17. What's the AC
18
for this guy?
for both.
For both of them?
They're wearing plate
So
mail.
17 doesn't do it?
That is how math works.
That's lame.
You always use
Alright, so
large.
that's 1.
There's
That
one.
one will hit.
Oh.
I'll keep track of how many hits you get.
Just you can keep rolling.
Oh, okay.
These guys are both pretty
Well, I was
much.
gonna say to see like who,
They're
in case I kill
Yep.
one. But...
Yep.
Well, no, roll the damage one at a time, but we can just roll all the
yeah.
hits now.
Oh, okay. So 1. That's also a to hit. And I have 1 failed.
Yeah.
So 3
This is
altogether.
fail, this is good.
Miss. Hit. Miss.
Alright, so you got 3 hits.
Okay, so first one. $13.
okay.
Second one. 16.
Okay.
Third one. 15.
Okay. And these are all against one guy.
Yeah, left guy.
Left guy. Okay. Left guy. Left guy's undamaged. There's Jake here. Or no, well, we'll say left guy was the damage guy. That's fine. Okay. So he takes all.
And then Hamish bounds his way in.
Hamish needs to make 2 dexterity saving throws.
Yes, he does. Oh, oh.
Ah, you already got it in. Yep.
Alright. Alright, Hamish, come on, little buddy. He's good.
Maybe.
Well, 16 and a 20.
So he will take 20 points of radiant damage,
Alright.
He's not vulnerable to radiant,
which is good.
which is good. Is a hellhound? Was it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
I might actually use spells.
And he's going to. Wait, does he get his breath weapon back? He does get his breath weapon back. We're kind of in a giant clusterfuck in here. So, he's going to try to bite at it.
Okay.
Well,
That left guy?
yeah, left guy.
Yeah, do it.
Sure.
And his teeth were silvered,
Sure.
so that's that.
Sure.
Alright. Natural 20!
Okay.
Yeah. Hamish.
+24 plus 3. So 27. On that.
Okay. Alright, Austin needs you to roll for your Scorching Ray.
Yup. Good.
Okay. Left guy is still alive.
Why won't you die?
As a free action, I'm gonna yell out.
Well,
Got a guy over here! Hoping that someone in the fog will come out and help.
wave.
I'm gonna destroy a 30-foot cube of fog in the center. There.
With what?
Destroy water. Alternatively, you destroy fog in a 30-foot cube within range.
So, I mean, it's a 20-foot radius sphere. So, sure, you carve out a 30-foot cube of that. So, some of it's still there. Where?
I want to in the center, basically.
Okay. So, like,
Yeah.
That worked out great
so there is still some fog
on the outskirts.
in places. I need you to make 2 dexterity saving throws
Why is that?
because of the Guardians of Faith.
But I didn't move in the room.
But you were in the fog and they're right there. You're there in the first time and a turn.
On the outside?
They're right inside the door. So
I
you're.
never went inside.
I thought you said you went into the fog.
Ooh.
That was your words.
I did.
Yeah.
But I can't. Okay, so I entered the fog, but I came upon the door, and then
You broke through the door
broke
and then
through
you
the
went
door.
inside to attack somebody because you said I enter into the fog. Did you not?
I don't believe I went into the room and attacked anybody.
Right.
No, it was the door was your third attack.
Right, so I'm still outside of the door.
Okay.
So,
And I,
this is middle guy. This is right guy. Is that about right?
Maybe.
so I can see people in this this complex.
You can
That's
see
right.
everybody that everybody else can see. You're destroying the water, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So you destroy a 30-foot cube in the center. You can see right guy and like most of the right-hand side, and some of the upper area is still distorted by fog, and some of the outside is. So it's a 20-foot radius sphere, so that's 40 feet across. You took the middle 30. So yeah, you can see there's up on the top, like it's weird because it's the middle, so like you can see
Can we see who's chanting? Vaguely.
so you can see part of a cage up on the top because it's weird because it's the outside, so you're like so the ring is still there, so no, I guess I know
exactly
Yeah.
what you mean.
like it's a circle and you take a square out of the middle, but the outside circle's still there,
Yeah.
so no, you can't. You have to go into it 10 feet to see the inside. But you can see middle guy and you can see left guy.
Now here's my question: how much of the fog went outside of the complex? Because remember, I had already moved up a little bit, so did I go 10 feet into the fog?
You just told me you didn't go into the fog.
Alright, so it did
That was the exact argument you just
I
made
went
free.
into the fog a little
Then
bit.
make
to
me
just-
2 dexterity saving throws.
No, but see the fog.
No, I don't see.
But earlier you had said that the fog was outside, and I went through the fog and then came upon the door. So I was already in the fog.
No, you came to the doors because the fog was there and you broke down the door. Did you go into the fog or not?
I think I remember because you knocked down the door and then said, okay, cool. In front of you is fog.
Yeah.
So that's where the fog started, was
Yes.
the door.
So, So
I'm
you
gonna
just see
take a
fog.
Bonus action dodge.
you can't.
Oh wait, that's an action.
Yeah,
that's-
and you
that's
cast
all-
an act, and you can't see anything because you took the middle cube out, so the
Right.
front is still fog.
I'm just gonna hang out.
Sounds like a wave. Rick!
Yeah.
Yes! I am ready for my attack. So I am in the middle. Right?
You I need to make 2 dexterity saving throws, because you're in the space. They're at advantage
Now
because
I can see you.
you can't see them, yes.
Alright, cool. 2 dexterity saving throws.
2, yes.
19 and 14.
Alright, so you're going to take 30 points of radiant damage.
Alright, cool. So how much damage have these suckers dealt at this point? Because they gotta be close to done.
Yeah, they are close. Well, you don't know. I've got my math right here. You're good. They're still up.
Good. Alright, so this guy is right in front of me.
Yes, he is.
Alright. I am going to attack him recklessly.
That makes sense.
And I'm gonna do it with Great Weapon Fighter.
Okay. AC
so that
is 8.
is
AC is 18.
20. I'm sorry, what?
The AC is 18.
Oh, okay, cool. In that case, both of my attacks will hit. To start with a 21 and with a 30. Not a 30 because I have to subtract. A 25. So that will deal. And I'm doubling my silver damage.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So that will deal a total of 9 lightning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so let's see. This is with both attacks.
Okay. Yeah.
He's not close to dead, right?
You don't know.
Okay. So I didn't know if you wanted both attacks at the same
Well, give me
time.
the first attack silver damage. That's a good place to start.
Alright, cool. The first attack is 5 lightning damage.
I counted it.
Silver.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
12, 22. I had 22 damage to my attacks now with Great Weapon Fighting.
That's pretty good.
So the first
pretty
attack was 22 points?
So that's 25 silver damage doubled to 50.
Okay, so that guy's dead. Middle guy's dead.
Alright, cool. So then I move to the next guy, and
Yep.
I deal 1 lightning damage,
Uh-huh.
and 22, 30, 60 points of silver damage.
Okay. Left guy's also dead.
Alright, cool. Then I'm gonna run over to the right guy,
Which you can't see, because all you see is fog.
and I use my bonus action to attempt to attack this guy recklessly, therefore regularly with Great Weapon Fighter, correct?
Yes, so what I will say is you moved over to that guy, then you're moving back to where you were, and then you can get, you can't get to the other guy, because you don't know where he is, so you're getting, pretty much you went back to where you were, and now you're heading into the fog, I guess, if that makes sense.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot my harpoon where I think that guy is.
Alright,
It's
go
my
ahead.
bonus action
Go
attack.
ahead and make me a grapple check at disadvantage, or straight check.
Okay. Straight, right? 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
doing
yep,
recklessly?
yep.
Okay, cool. Then that is a 23.
Okay. Are you planning to pull yourself or pull them?
Yeah, I'm pulling him out of the fog.
Smart.
Okay. Yeah, you pull this guy to you.
Alright, cool.
I don't remember.
Does that deal damage?
What? No. I also have to remember, if shooting it and pulling it was separate things, but I don't have time to think about that right now. So that's what
Alright,
it.
cool.
So he's there.
That'll be it. That's
Alright.
it. I'm done.
Well, it's his turn. Because the other 2 guys are dead. And he's gonna think about what he wants to do. So he looks at his fog cloud. It's mostly gone, but nobody knows that except for him. But it is still obscuring what's going on up top.
Yeah.
So he's okay with that.
Yeah. That's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is reasonable. So he's going to, I guess, assess the situation, try to figure out what makes the most sense, and then he's gonna try and drop a flame strike on everybody.
Oh.
All right.
So I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Yes, I can see it coming.
Yeah, half of it's radiant. So.
Okay. Dexterity?
Yeah, you guys can all see it if that matters to you.
21.
Yes. 21 is
18.
a success, so no damage for you. 18, okay.
9.
9, that's a fail. Oh, and Hamish too.
I'm gonna use the charge.
Okay, that's your last one.
Exact same number.
Yep. Alright.
So that's gonna be an 8.
Okay, that's a fail. And Hamish?
And a Hamish.
Oh, is Owl in here too?
Yeah.
So Owl's gone.
Yeah. He would have come.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hamish is gonna be a 9.
Okay, so that was no damage for you, half damage for you, full damage for Rick. You're only going to take the radiant, and Hamish is only going to take the radiant.
Oh, wow. That's such a pain in the ass for you.
Yeah.
We all take a different amount of damage.
Well, I rolled the. I
Yeah.
have 2 sets, so it's easier.
I
Yeah.
only have 9 points of health.
So you are going to go unconscious.
So, yeah, I'm assuming I'm gonna go unconscious. Hamish may still stay up though.
Do any of us know this, that she goes unconscious?
You're outside, so no.
I mean, I'm right next to her, so I would know.
Yeah, they would know. They would see it. You see a big column of flame come up again, and you're like, man, I wonder what's going on in there. So Hamish is going to take 17 points of radiant damage. Patrick, you are going to take... Math. 17.
No, this is the Krusty Krab.
Yeah, I know. You're going to take 17 points of damage.
That's all.
Do you want?
I'm gonna take
35 points of damage,
Wait,
Pat.
what?
You are going to take... Yeah, you're going to take 32 points there, Jake.
Okay, that's better than 34.
Oh, wait, you're right. It should be 34. That's my math. So, 34 points of damage.
You silly bitches.
Owl's gone.
Wildfire's gone.
Wildfire's gone. And I'm just going to say Harrison and Garby take that damage as well.
Give me a roll, come on.
Garby
Yeah,
is...
are you in the place at this
Nope,
point?
not
You're
yet.
still out
he
here?
has...
Okay.
yeah, it's
Like
just
I said,
it's a
I meant
big
that-
ass
I
thing.
meant that too.
Also, the guy takes it, but he's pretty much topped off, so he's okay.
Alright.
So
See,
that...
they take concentration.
Oh, on the fog cloud? That's a good
Yep.
point. That's a good point. Let's see. Well, now I actually will roll to see if he succeeds or not.
That's fair.
He's going to pass his own spell save. So he's going to take half the damage, which is 17. And he gets a +6 on his con save, so he does succeed on his fog cloud. And you continue to hear the chanting. Doesn't sound like that. It's much more feminine and a lot more about Malar. So that is his turn. Then it is Harrison and Garby's turn. Harrison's got to make some dexterity saving throws. He's going to succeed one time
Alright.
and fail the other, which is enough to take out both of the Guardians of Faith.
Woo!
So they are gone, but Harrison goes unconscious.
That sounds about right.
Wait, who's gone?
Harrison.
Okay.
Garby's okay. He's beat up, but he's hanging in there. Yeah, he is about half-ish. That's Harrison's turn. Oz.
Alright.
Hey, Garby hit that guy?
I'm gonna say that Garby can maybe make a shot. Garby is going to miss. So no.
Alright.
He's distraught
Yeah.
seeing Harrison go down. So Oz, it's your turn.
First, as a free action, I'm gonna yell, Wave, get in here! God damn it! I'm sorry, Wave, get in here, god damn it! And so, the chanting is coming from above us, and you said we can
Yeah,
see,
you can
like,
see, because you can see, like, the left half-ish
Okay.
of it that's not obscured from the circle.
Yeah.
Right, so again, Venn diagram. The middle, seemingly strategically,
Yeah.
was the middle of the Venn diagram.
Okay.
So you now have the whole left half. So you can see it's tiered up like 2 steps, and it's about 30 feet up and you can see like part of a staircase that kind of leads up the middle, kind of
Okay.
like up to the top.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw. Okay, where is the bottom of the staircase?
Like basically right where the center guy was. He was kind of blocking
Okay.
the center, so it's just gonna. I mean, that's not
So
draws to
it's-
scale. So,
Yeah, but it's by where left guy is.
by where center guy
Center
was.
guy.
Yeah, but where left guy is now.
This isn't left guy. This is right guy.
Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry.
Left guy.
But basically, yeah, you came in the door, and then it would, if you continued straight, you would go up the stairs.
Okay, cool.
That
So
makes sense.
I am going to bonus action dash, run over to excuse me, run over to the guy who's still fighting Rick, and I'm going to attack.
Sure.
That is a 20 something. That's a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
So he is going to take. Nope, that's wrong. Gosh darn it. So that's 12. 20, 23, 23 plus 7, 30 damage, all silvers, etc., etc.
So 60
60.
damage.
Nice.
Okay. He is still alive.
Alright, then I am going to use the rest of my movement to start making my way up the stairs towards the chanting.
Okay. His fog cloud will drop because he can't make the save.
Woo!
So the highest he can get is a 26, which he got, but the 30 was the DC. So
Sweet! Can we see what's going on above us?
yeah, you can see who you would know to be Celesta
Mm-hmm.
chanting over a cage,
Mm-hmm.
or chanting in front of a cage, with a black cup
Mm-hmm.
in her hand, and in the cage is a winged unicorn,
Ooh.
and that is what you see.
All right, yeah. Is there anyone else? Like, she's on the upper platform.
The highest possible.
Is there
pinnacle.
anyone else up there with her?
Not that you can see from the angle that you're at.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna, I already bonus action dash, so my overall movement speed will be 80 feet, and I'm gonna use that to get as close to her as I can.
Okay, so you can get. So you had 80 feet movement total. You said.
Yes. So I use some of it to go from right guy to left guy, who is in the middle because Rick pulled him,
Yeah.
and then whatever I have left over, I'm using to run up the stairs.
Okay, so I'll say you can get. I said it's 30 feet up, so obviously you're like halfway up. So, so if it's a 30-foot incline, you're like 15 feet up.
Okay.
Or maybe you're 20 feet up, so you got like 10 feet to get to the top.
Okay.
And then like maybe 10 feet to get to the middle
Okay.
to get up to where like Rowan or Jim Jam there.
I am going to use my. Oh no, I use my bonus action dash. Okay, cool. Yeah, that is my turn.
Okay. Then it will go to the top of the round.
One more question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can I tell what the cup is made out of?
Not from this distance,
Okay.
no. Some sort of material,
Okay.
which is, what everything's made of.
Yeah.
Wildfire. You're unconscious, so death saving throw, please.
14.
That is one success.
Oh, wait.
Your mantle of flame was up. You should have went to 1 instead.
Yeah.
And done the movie
I was
thing.
going to say the Phoenix Spark thing.
Yeah.
Is it too late to use my reaction to have done that?
I mean, let's see. What does it say? So it's tricky because in theory, you have to use your reaction to do it, and it's technically your turn.
You can use a reaction on your turn.
There's a slight lag.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna look this up because this is important things. So, Mantle of Flame. That's not it, it's this other thing. If you're reduced to 0 hit points, you can use your reaction to draw on the Spark of the Phoenix. You're reduced to 1 hit point instead, and each creature, blah blah blah. If you use this feature only with effects of Mantle of Flame, it does more damage. Stop it. Damn it.
Yeah, so like once I went down, I was supposed to fire
Right.
10 feet around me, which I forgot about. If
Well, it didn't matter because
the
there was
Phoenix
nobody.
Wraith, But yeah.
There was nobody there anyway.
Okay.
Hamish and me.
Well, yeah, you would have taken the damage, I think, because it's any creature.
I'll take it.
I mean, we could just say it didn't happen, and I could just do my death save since I forgot.
Yeah, I mean that makes the most sense because you would have taken automatically double her sorcerer level plus. She would have taken 22 points of fire damage.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you would have taken if that was the case. So yeah, we'll keep it as a death save, and it's the first time it's ever come up.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's not even when your Mantle of Flame is up. It's just when you go to 0, Mantle of Flame just increases the damage.
Okay.
So it's anytime you go to 0, you can go to 1.
Yeah. I think this might be the first time since we brought Ember back she's gone to 0.
Alright.
No, I mean.
So I got a success.
You got
And
one
Hamish
success.
is.
And here's the thing: if I die, my burp can bring me back.
Okay.
Yes,
Cool.
and Hamish is still there.
Yeah.
So he has his stuff.
All right. So I'm down.
Yes.
Hamish is gonna go, but yeah. Okay. So there is still left guy and center guy.
No, Center Guy's dead.
Center guy's
Center
dead.
guy's dead.
So it's just left guy and Celesta.
Yes.
All right. But Celeste's like upstairs from where
She's like 30 feet up.
Okay, so he's gonna go bite this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it says if I'm down if I don't instruct him what to do, which I can't because I'm unconscious, his whole thing is to protect me, so he's gonna kill the immediate danger.
That makes sense.
Nice.
Or try to, at least.
Yep.
You can do it.
With a 28.
That will hit.
So, 12 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, he goes down. 15 hit
And
points.
then Hamish is gonna go hang out by me.
Okay, that makes sense. Wave.
I'm gonna run into the room.
You run into the door. So you are in. You're in 30. You come inside.
Yeah.
There's no fog anymore.
Okay.
There's a 30-foot incline in front of you.
I'm gonna
You-
dash up the 30-foot incline.
So you are going to use your action to dash?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are up at the top of the thing. That's your turn?
Hey, bonus action healing word? Heal one of the 2 people unconscious?
I just dashed.
That's
Yeah,
your action.
That's your action. You still have your bonus action.
You have your bonus action.
Bonus action healing word.
There it is. Like, the reason I called you into the room to heal the people who are unconscious?
And yeah.
Yeah, that.
And yeah, so 2 plus the temporary wisdom, right?
Well, what's the healing? 2 plus your wisdom is 7.
7.
So who are you healing?
Wildfire.
Okay, so you're going to get 7 hit points, and yeah, I think it's equal to your wisdom modifier.
Temporary.
Yeah,
Another additional
5 temporary hit points.
5 temp.
5 temp. You are conscious.
Ooh.
Now it is. Her turn. So. Boy, oh boy.
I feel like we did as good as we could have.
No, I
You guys did very well.
We got up here in 3 turns.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is, usual. A couple of us go down. Overall, we make it.
Yeah. Kind of our thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's always going to be kind of our thing as long as we don't have a dedicated healer.
Yep.
We gonna go down.
Yep.
All right, so.
As long as we can get back up again.
You watch as Celesta cuts her hand,
Ah!
pours blood into the cup,
Hmm.
walks over to this winged unicorn, dumps the blood across the unicorn's lips, and you watch as immediately, that was a poignant thunderclap, that its whole color shifts from a nice, bright, vibrant unicorn to all dark black. Its eyes turn red. It stands up and completely shatters the cage around it, and it turns to face you, Wave, and she just has this black-toothed smile across her face as she looks at you, and she just points, and you watch as it slowly starts to clop forward towards you. So we're gonna end for tonight. So, well,
Man,
folks,
oh man.
what a crazy episode that turned out to be.
What will happen next?
Yeah, did not think that was gonna happen.
So close.
Literally, like, I
Yeah.
mean, you guys did as pretty much. You can't.
Yeah.
We moved the distance we could have moved
Yeah.
in 3 turns.
No, I
Literally
Yeah.
nothing else we could have done.
Yep.
no. I mean, it is what it is. So we'll see what happens next time, as they now have to fight, evil Twilight Sparkle, the black, bestial-blooded unicorn.
Ooh.
Although it's just her and Celesta, so the numbers game is in your favor, as long as everybody stays conscious.
Yo.
I feel like you guys are.
Good thing I got that greater healing potion.
I feel like you're conscious. I feel like Harrison can get brought back. You're pretty much untouched.
Yeah.
You've taken some.
20.
Some.
And Rick's in a pretty good spot, probably.
16.
Mm-hmm. And I still got a good chunk of spells left.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Hey, Michelle, go away, though.
We shall see what happens. Let's see here.
Don't run away.
Oh no, I was just gonna
Yeah. So
pop
next
back in
week
my ring.
we will be back to continue the story of Evrand on episode 75. We'll see what happens now that Twilight Sparkle has turned to evil. What will happen to the Buffander Forest? What will happen to the balance of the realms? What will happen to the Veilguard? I don't know. We'll find out. So thank you once again to Hero Forge for sponsoring this episode and the channel. We appreciate that. I don't know what happened. There we go. And then also there is the giveaway. The actual giveaway link is in the chat right now, the right one, for 20K subscribers. So that's a thing. So
Check it out.
you should check that out. And again, probably after this, the Wild Mount giveaway stuff will go live for that, as well as my coverage of the new spells from Wild Mount. I'll be putting that video out as well, trying to get through all of the new content contained within it. But there's a lot. I already did 2 videos on the races and subclasses. We'll have spells, magic items, monsters, and whatever else. So there's a bunch going on. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. A little tense, a little interesting stuff going on.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Stay safe and healthy, everyone.
Wash your hands. Don't touch faces.
Yeah. All of those
As
things.
I continually stroke my beard.
Yeah, did you see the CDC said to shave beards?
No, they can go fuck themselves.
That's actually a thing they suggested to stay healthy, to shave beards.
These are dark
I will
times.
die.
I'm not going to do it, so
These are dark times.
I'm making the conscious choice to disobey. So, all right. Good night, good night.
Night.